You're rocking with the best. Break.
Static selector.
Yeah. We all rep.
Static selector.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you very much for your attention, and now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the takeoff. The captain has made tower communications available, so if you'd like to monitor the air traffic system, you'll find that on Channel 9 and your headsets in the seat pocket in front of you. We'll give you a little more information about our service plan for our flight this evening as soon as we're in the air. Thank you, and again, welcome aboard.
How we doing out there? Mic check to the gods. Good Friday. Good Friday. This chick. You don't like that girl, huh? Why don't you like that girl? What that girl do to you? Avro don't like her. She gets the party going. Good Friday. It was Good Friday, creeping into Saturday for sure. How we doing out there? How was you guys? It's Good Friday. How was it? How was the Good Friday? You know, this is a very crazy that time and space that we're living in. If you just take a look around, for sure. And if you read the headline to the show, bedtime magic, let's match each other's energy. It was always the plan. It was always the plan because they nailed God to the cross, right? Jesus to the cross, and well, God to the cross, and they arrested him, they nailed him, they beat him up, they assaulted him, they put thorns on his head. He was bleeding, he was beat up, but it was always the plan, right? The cross was always the plan because he could have went about it in a different way, right? He could have called in his angels. He could have made some stuff go down, but he didn't. He died on that cross for us. It was always the plan, the cross. So I don't know what religion you are, but cross says a whole lot. And it is Easter weekend. Good Friday was today. Just puts things into perspective. He didn't give up his life. They didn't take his life. He laid down for them, for us. Some would say she's AI. Fuckery Donuts. What up, people? Karen is here. Avril's here. Aaron is here. So you get some perspective of the world, what's going on. You know, if you believe in them type of things, I don't know what people believe in, but a lot of pain, man, a lot of pain. And it was a good Friday. Every Friday should be good. You know what I'm saying? Every Friday should be good. Life is not that bad. Oh, my internet's doing internet stuff, huh? Let me do this real quick. Give me a second. We back. Ooh, crystal clear. I look clear over here. I just met Jewish people who believe in Jesus. That was fun. That a little bit better. The clarity. Aaron says my internet been messed up for 2 days. Yeah, the internet does internet things for sure, for sure. But it always was the plan, right? It always was the plan. And whatever you're going through, whatever pain, mistakes, and things like that, there's always a plan. You know, there's always a plan. God has a plan for you, whether you believe that or not. He has a plan for you. So if you're going through something, it is what it is, right? It's the plan. It's going to be what it's going to be. It is what it is. Oh, ooh, man, I just got out the gym. Man, it's hot, boy. Happy birthday. Gigi. It's Gigi's birthday. What up, Gigi? What's the temp? I don't know. You know. You know it all, Avril, don't you? Don't you know it all? Nah, it's not that hot. I mean, it's only hot because I was just running amok in the gym. I was doing some wild shit. They think. Yeah, it's about 70 degrees out here. I'm already up and away. That's what's up, Cameron. Yeah, a lot of people ain't coming out tonight. A lot of people are chilling, but that's all right. Gerald, what up? What up? How we doing? What up, JFK? What up, Maria? But the plan is already set. Whatever you're going through, it's already set. You know, it really is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And hold on to your family. What up, night shift nomad? Because it's bedtime magic. Let's match each other's energy. It was always the plan. The cross was always the plan. Yeah, God got beat up. They nailed him to a cross. They beat him up. They arrested him. All these different things, the parallels to what we see, what's going on, what we talk about every night, right? But it's always the plan. It was always the plan. Was this Karen Reed's plan? I don't know. Was this the plan? Was Karen Reed was supposed to get arrested for this? Was this supposed to expose corruption? Because Massachusetts, man, the news cycle and mass, sheesh, it's wild right now. The news cycle and mass. So let's get into that. Check this out, man. Scrutiny, and they don't even talk about half the shit on this little clip right here. I'm about to play. There's so much more that they could talk about, and they're not even talking about. They don't even talk about Karen Reed on this. Check this out.
State police troopers is just the latest high-profile incident tied to local law enforcement.
If it seems like there's a headline almost every day about police behaving badly, it's not your imagination. NBC 10 investigator Ryan Kath is taking a closer look at this avalanche of bad news. There's a headline almost every day about
law enforcement.
If it seems like there's a
troopers is just the latest high-profile incident tied to local law enforcement.
If it seems like there's a headline almost every day about police behaving badly, it's not your imagination.
Oh shit. If it seems like there's a headline every day about the police, oh yeah, every day. Every day in Massachusetts. Would you believe? Would you believe it? Jesus died so I could be saved. He believes I'm worthy. For sure. And that's the point. It was all the plan. He didn't have to, right? He didn't have to. He laid down his life. They didn't take it. He laid down for us. It was always the plan. So whatever mistakes that you end up doing, the guilt, whatever you're going through, the shame. Today is a day. Well, today was a day. This weekend, this whole weekend, Good Friday into Sunday. It's a time to reflect that the cross was always the plan. If whatever religion you're in, I mean that you're into, that's your business. That's it is what it is, right? But the cross should be enough. The cross should be enough. And it gives you time to reflect that there is no mistakes and you're going through what you're going through, but there is a plan. It was always the plan. The cross was always the plan. Man, but is this the plan with all the police? Good Friday goes because thank you so much.
ABC 10 investigator Ryan Kath is taking a closer look at this avalanche of bad news. And tonight, he's asking what's going on here in Massachusetts. Ryan?
JC, it's been tough to keep track of all the police officers.
What's going on here in Massachusetts? Ryan?
JC, it's been tough to keep track of all the police officers ending up in handcuffs.
Massachusetts. Ryan?
JC, it's been tough to keep track of all the police officers ending up in handcuffs.
In Massachusetts. Ryan?
JC, it's been tough to keep track of all the police officers ending up in handcuffs.
In Massachusetts. Avalanche of bad news. And tonight, if it seems like there's a headline almost every day about police behaving badly, it's not your imagination. NBC 10 investigator Ryan Kath is taking a closer look at this avalanche of bad news. And tonight, he's asking what's going on here in Massachusetts. Ryan?
JC, it's been tough to keep track of all the police officers ending up in handcuffs or marching into courthouses to face criminal charges. Case in point, the officers ending up
Avalanche of badly, it's not your imagination.
Tied to local law enforcement.
If it seems like there's a headline almost every day about police behaving badly, it's not your imagination. NBC 10 investigator Ryan Kath is taking a closer look at this avalanche of bad news. And tonight, he's asking what's going on here in Massachusetts. Right.
JC, it's been tough to keep track of all the police officers ending up in handcuffs. Keep track of all the police officers.
Asking what's going on here in Massachusetts. Right.
JC, it's been tough to keep track of all the police officers ending up in handcuffs or marching into courthouses to face criminal charges.
Wow. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Huh? This is Massachusetts, man. This is Massachusetts.
I'm going back to Massachusetts.
Unfucking real.
Something's telling me I must go home.
It's insane.
And the lights all went down in Massachusetts the day I left her standing on her own. I'm going back to Massachusetts.
Ain't no love in the city. What up? How we doing out there, people? How we feeling? No love. Nope. How we doing out there? Come on. Going on? Honey B, what up? Cheryl Reed, what up? Just vibing out. Smash the energy, what up?
Case in point, the death of a recruit is not the only scandal happening right now with the state police. The agency is also under scrutiny for an off-duty crash and allegations of trying to sweep it under the rug.
traditionally a fast road? Yeah.
You're watching body cam video of a deadly collision in Woburn back in December 2023 involving off-duty State Police Sergeant Scott Quigley. Revelations that Quigley might have been drunk behind the wheel coming to light more than 2 years later, raising loud questions about a cover-up.
One passenger and one special needs.
A Suffolk County grand jury indicted Quigley with motor vehicle homicide last week for the death of a 37-year-old man with disabilities who was a passenger in the van the trooper hit. But the drunk driving charges against police officers don't stop there. Thomas Hayes is accused of hitting and killing a 23-year-old father in Brockton and leaving him to die in a snowbank. Prosecutors say the off-duty Hanover officer was driving a group of friends home from a strip club in February. And just weeks earlier, off-duty Marshfield officer Richard Perry is accused of smashing into another vehicle while drunk, hospitalizing the young female driver with serious injuries.
How would you describe this
23-year-old father in Brockton and leaving him to die of a 37-year-old man with disabilities who was a passenger in the van the trooper hit. But the drunk driving charges against police officers don't stop there. Thomas Hayes is accused of hitting and killing a 23-year-old father in Brockton and leaving him to die in a snowbank. Prosecutors say the off-duty Hanover officer was driving a group of friends home from a strip club in February. And just weeks earlier, off-duty Marshfield officer driving a group of officers don't stop there. Thomas Hayes is accused of hitting and killing a 23-year-old father in Brockton and leaving him to die in a snowbank.
What's that dude's name? The 23-year-old father in Brockton. Let me Google that. I never even heard that. 23-year-old father of Brockton. Oh, they left him in a snowbank? What? Alfredo, a 23-year-old father of a 1-year-old son, was killed in a hit-and-run incident in Brockton, Massachusetts on February 16, 2026. The suspect is an off-duty police officer, not a Brockton cop, but a Hanover police officer, 36-year-old Thomas Hayes. What up, Thomas, you fucking piece of trash? Alfredo, 23, was walking in the area of Battle Street and Cross Street in Brockton early in the morning of February 16, 2026, when he was struck and left in the snow. Suspect, Thomas Hayes, 36, a Hanover police officer, was driving his wife's 2022 Ford Explorer. Circumstances. Witnesses stated Hayes has been drinking at a strip club, the Boardroom Cabaret in Brockton. Ooh, the Boardroom. Wow. In Brockton. That place must fucking be great. The Boardroom? What do they do? Do you get bored in the boardroom? You killed this dude, man. He got a 1-year-old son, man. Tom, you out there? Tom, you out there, bro? I'm on you. Ooh, I don't like you. Thomas Hayes, 36, a Hanover police officer, was driving his wife's. So now you're leaving the Boardroom Cabaret in Brockton. Prior to the crash, passengers in his vehicle stated Hayes was driving aggressively and after hitting something, refused to stop, saying he thought he hit a snowbank. Aftermath. Alfredo was found unresponsive and pronounced dead at a hospital from severe skull fracture. You fucking asshole. Legal proceedings. Hayes was arrested and charged with motor vehicle homicide and leaving the scene of personal injury or death. He was released on a $15,000 cash bail and scheduled to appear in court March 31st. A couple days ago, you went to court, huh? Status. The Hanover Police Department placed Hayes on administrative leave and the Massachusetts Post Commission suspended his law enforcement certification. Wow. Son of a bitch. R.I.P. Alfredo. R.I.P. young man. Thomas Hayes, you're a real piece of shit. You're a fucking cop, huh? Running around Hanover. Coming back from the boardroom, a strip club. What were you doing at the strip club, man? I mean, we know what you were doing at the strip club. I mean, that's a stupid question, but meaning, like, how much were you drinking, man? Like, you were indulgent heavy, huh? You're 36 years old. You're the man. What do you used to do? Details there or something? Do you know people there? Is that what it was, Tom? Huh, Mr. Hayes? Huh? You see this right here? His 1-year-old? His 1-year-old, they're not having Easter. You just killed them in February. They're still mourning. It's only April 4th, bro. Thomas, you out there? If you don't know who I am, they call me J.F.K. Some people call me Randy. Scumbags like to call me Randall, but that's okay. Whatever you want to call me. One thing I don't do is play funny fuck around with scumbags like you. Tom, are you out there? Mic check to the gods. You know what that means? That means knock, knock. Are you there, Tom? I hope someone shows you this, Tom. The power of live streaming. Do you know what that is? Do you know how this works? It means that we go live, and anytime we want to bring your name up, we do things. We just bring your name up, and we just say shit like, you're a scumbag. You're a piece of shit. We're not like the media. We don't go over your case once and then just wait for you to go on trial. No, we'll just keep talking about it. And we're not honoring you. We're honoring Alfredo here. Is that how you say his name? I hack everybody's name up. Let me look at that one more time. What was his name? Yeah, Alfredo. ALVS. How do you say that? Elves? Alfredo Elves? Is that how you say that? I hack everybody's name up. I'm sorry, people. I suck. The people's names. I really do. I can't believe you did this to this dude, man. I really can't fucking believe you did this. Look at this young kid. Look at this shit. I'm going to show you. Give me a second, guys. There he is. I didn't even hear this, man. This is the first time I'm hearing about this. I'm like shaking over here, man. I can't believe this shit. I mean, left out in the snow. I mean, we know what that's all about, right?
Tonight, the family of a Brockton man killed by a hit-and-run driver is speaking out tonight. Alfredo Alves was run down last winter, and an off-duty police officer has been charged with death. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm Priscilla Casper. Colton is off. Our NBC 10's John Maroney joining us live from Brockton. John, you spoke with the young man's family, a difficult conversation, and I know they are hoping for justice.
Priscilla, they are hoping for justice, but more importantly, they're having a tough time adjusting to life without Freddie.
I cannot stand the idea of being here without my son.
The father of Alfredo Alves, devastated over the loss of his son, hit and killed by a vehicle in February while walking near his Brockton home.
All my family is asking for is accountability and justice. We want the person that did this to pay the price.
Hanover police officer Thomas Hayes says he's not guilty of motor vehicle homicide as well.
You're not guilty? Tom? Huh, Tom?
Down from day one. Welcome to death row.
Like we always do about
Clown! You are a clown! A clown!
How ain't you guilty, bro? How ain't you guilty? I want to know. Listen, man. Let me tell you something, man. Tom, listen, I get it. I get the system. I get it. All right. But we're giving no more passes to you cops. All right. I'm sorry. I'm not giving passes to the cops. I'm not doing it. I'm over it. All right. All the years that you crooked motherfuckers arrested guys. Yeah, we might have did some criminal things. Some of us didn't. All right. We grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. But that doesn't make it right to stick fake cases to people and do them dirty because you think you could do that. But it doesn't give you the right to get drunk in the boardroom because you used to do a detail there and you know a couple of strippers. And you get drunk as you want. And you think, hey, I'm a cop. I could do whatever I want. Then you hit someone and you leave him and he dies. Maybe he could have been saved. Maybe you could have saved him, man. You know, I'm not giving you a pass. You're saying, you know, who the fuck was driving the car? Somebody, you're a cop. You would have told on somebody. All right. So I get it. Someone's going to say, well, J.F.K., you know, he's innocent before being proven guilty. That's the system. I get all that. But I ain't giving any passes to these cops anymore. None at all. To me, you guys are guilty before being proven innocent. Fuck all you guys. Fuck you. You guys are all liars. You guys lie on the stand. He did it. You guys frame people up. You guys all work by committee. So that's where I stand. Blame Proctor. Blame Mulligan. Blame Jordan and Malden. Right, Karen? Blame the crooked police. We can go down the line naming about these crooked cops. But if you didn't do this, you would have an explanation. And you don't. You're just doing what you got to do, not guilty. What are you going to say? Bottom line is he's a pedestrian. In the state of Massachusetts, any pedestrian has the right of way. You hit him, you got to stop. You have to. Point blank, period. I'm sure it's like that state to state, but it doesn't make a difference if he was in the wrong, he was in the right. It doesn't make a difference. He's a pedestrian. He's in the right. I know that for a fact in Massachusetts. What are you going to say? And you're a cop. You kept going. Tom.
Well as leaving the scene of an accident. The 36-year-old officer was off duty, but police say he was drinking and carousing with friends, getting behind the wheel at one point because the driver was feeling sick.
He should have stopped, trying to rescue him, call the 911 and trying to, bring him to the hospital.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, my man. Exactly what I just said. Exactly.
God knows what would happen if he would do that.
Police say Hayes was driving aggressively after leaving a strip bar and hit something while ignoring requests from a passenger to stop. That passenger contacted police.
We want people to know.
Yeah, that passenger contacted police. You know what that means, right, buddy? Tom? That means the passenger, your boy, the girl, whoever, ratted you out. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? There ain't no love, buddy. Scumbag shit.
Ain't no love in the heart of the city.
Scumbag shit, man.
Hit and killed by a vehicle in February while walking near his Brockton home.
All my family is asking for is accountability and justice. We want the person that did this to pay the price.
Hanover police officer Thomas Hayes says he's not guilty of motor vehicle homicide as well as leaving the scene of an accident. The 36-year-old officer was off duty, but police say he was drinking and carousing with friends, getting behind the wheel at one point because the driver was feeling sick.
He should just stop, trying to rescue him, call the 911 and trying to, bring him to the hospital. God knows what would happen if he would do that.
Police say Hayes was driving aggressively after leaving a strip bar and hit something while ignoring requests from a passenger to stop. That passenger contacted police.
We want people to know what happened. We want to make sure that something like this does not happen again.
23 years old, Alvarez had a 1-year-old son of his own. Originally from Cape Verde, his family has lived in Brockton for years.
It's been very hard, especially knowing that the person that did this, he's not in jail right now. He's basically able to walk through the court system like nothing happened.
Now the defendant is free on bail. We were unsuccessful in getting in touch with his attorney this afternoon. He will be back in court on June 5th. Live in Brockton, John Maroney, NBC 10 Ball.
You got the nerve to say the defendant. Listen, man. He's out on a $15,000 bail, bro. Come on. He murdered the dude. He hit him and he left him. And he's a cop. He shouldn't have any bail. You should lock his fucking ass up. He hit the dude and left the kid. He's a cop. There should be a level of respect there. You're a cop. You're a first responder, and you left somebody. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, seriously, what is wrong with you, Tom? Tom, you're a scumbag. You're a piece of shit. You're right there with Proctor. You're right there with all these state troopers that they just arraigned. You're right there with the whole Andover Police Department. You're right there with all the Haverhill Police Department. You guys are a fucking joke. A joke. Fuck the police and the 502. You guys are a joke. $15,000 cash bail? Lock his ass up. Give him no bail. I don't care he doesn't have a police record. He left the dude. Give him a high-ass bail. Lock him up. What do you think he's doing? This 23-year-old dude died 2 months ago in February, man. He's coming from a strip club. He left him. If that dude would have never came forward, they would have never caught this dude. You do know that, right? If they would have never came forward, the dude and the passenger with a conscience, they would have never caught this dude. How would they catch him? He's a cop. It would have never happened. They would have wiped it down. The kid could have got saved, man. That's the bad part about this, man. We just went through this with John O'Keefe in the snow, right? They put him out in the snow. They hit him. They beat him up. They could have saved him. He was bleeding. They could have at least took him to the hospital. They panicked. He did the same exact thing what they did to John O'Keefe. It's the same thing. And then we get it. He wasn't hit by a car. We get all that. But still, they hit him, right? He didn't know the extent of it, and he dipped. And the question is, did they stop? Well, we don't know. They say a hit and run. Did he stop for a second and look and see his shit push back and he left? We don't know. I mean, what's going on here? Someone just said he knew. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't see the dude walking? "23 years old, man, got killed by a cop. Coming from the boardroom, Brockton, the strip club. He probably thinks he's the man over there. He probably does a detail or something over there, or his cop friends go over there. You know. Untouchable. That's that mentality. That's that there's stupid, and then there's Aaron, and then there's stupid. Same thing. You're a cop. You got it all. 36 years old. All you had to do was call an Uber, bro. That's it. Or you could have called one of your cop buddies. They would have drove from Hanover to Brockton and picked you up. You know what I'm saying? Like they would have, like one of your cop, but you could have called the cops and said, "I'm a cop. I'm drunk." They would have drove you home, man. Like you have all the clout. You're a cop. I'm just saying, you still wanted to drink and drive. Why? Like I don't get it. We have Uber. You have Lyft. What is the big deal about jumping in a fucking Lyft? What is the big deal? Like, what do you want to drive for? That's what you do for a job. You drive around all day as a cop and you still want to drive? Like, what is fucking wrong with you, man? You could have just jumped in a fucking Uber, bro. Unreal, man. I just don't get it. They're stupid, and then there's Aaron, and then they're stupid. It all ties in. This shit is all coming together, man. It's like a puzzle. Like I said, it was always the plan. The cross was always the plan. We didn't want to see God get nailed to a cross. No, but it was always the plan. We didn't want to see Karen Reed do 2 trials. We didn't want to see Kelsey Fitzsimmons get shot in the chest. We didn't want to see Francis Gigalotti get choked out by the police. But it was always the plan. This 23-year-old dude, Alfredo, Freddie, they call him. We didn't want to see Marquis Simmons, his murderer, walk free. Miles King doing rap songs about him. We didn't want to see that. We didn't want to see Eddie upstate because they wanted to change laws, but it was always the plan. They cleared him? I don't think they cleared him. I'm about to play that right now. The scrutiny with the police. I don't think they cleared him.
A snowbank. Prosecutors say the off-duty Hanover officer was driving a group of friends home from a strip club in February. And just weeks earlier, off-duty Marshfield officer Richard Perry is accused of smashing into another vehicle while drunk, hospitalizing the young female driver with serious injuries.
How would you describe the situation right now with law enforcement in Massachusetts?
I think it's shocking. I really do. I think it's shocking.
Dennis Galvin says it's impossible to ignore the steady drumbeat of bad news. The retired state police major is president of the Massachusetts Association for Professional Law Enforcement.
What is the impact on the public?
The public confidence is going to continue to erode, and you know that's a critical issue for every citizen or resident in Massachusetts.
Why?
Because it undermines your criminal justice system. It undermines your faith in the law.
Look at this shit.
The past year, other stories the NBC 10 investigators uncovered ended up in federal court.
Look what they do to this. This is Lawrence, right?
Including a former Lawrence captain charged for this clothesline.
Look at this. Hit him with a clothesline.
Takedown captured on surveillance video. The former Norfolk.
Look at this fucking guy. And look at this dude, sheriff.
Sheriff's deputy who's accused of pressuring employees to perform free work on his home.
Look at you, buddy, huh? What did you do?
Or the Suffolk County Sheriff indicted for extorting a cannabis company.
What is going on? Holy shit. God damn, Massachusetts. What is up, man?
Chooses. Something's telling me I must go home.
Come on, let's light it up. Let's see all green in the chat. Let's go.
Static selector.
Yeah. We all reppin' for Boston, man. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history on you. We all reppin' for Boston, man. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history on you.
Look at this dude, the sheriff.
And while not criminal, we also investigated other questionable behavior, like the Medford sergeant who retired after we caught her using a family member's disability placard to park in a handicap space.
Look at her, huh?
The police station. Or the Mansfield sergeant who stepped.
Look at this guy, a Mansfield sergeant.
Down when this internal affairs report concluded he sexually harassed high school interns. And he
high school interns, huh, buddy? What did you do?
Even took one into the woods to walk around a secluded cemetery at night. Galvin.
He took one in the woods to walk around a secluded cemetery at night. Let's get a good look at this fucking guy.
Or the Mansfield.
Wow. Fucking skin beef. Nasty motherfucker, huh?
Clown! You are a clown! Clown! You are a clown! Clown!
You then texted your wife, Brian Albert, and Nicole Albert, quote, tell them the guy never went in the house, correct?
Yeah, that's part of the same text.
This dude's a fucking cop, dude. Like, did you ever hear of this guy? Did you ever hear of this shit?
Sergeant who stepped down when this internal affairs report concluded he sexually harassed high school interns and even took one into the woods to walk around a secluded cemetery at night. Galvin worries about how all these examples will affect the future.
He took a high school girl and walked her around a secluded cemetery at night. A sergeant of the police in Massachusetts. That shit's crazy. And then don't forget about the state trooper that Yannetti is defending. We got goals. Thank you so much, Avril, with the 5 JFK memberships. And Cheryl Reed with 5 JFK memberships. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. And yeah, Avril's dad, prayers up to Avril's dad. I've been seeing that a lot. Prayers up for Avril's dad. He's home now. I think that's what she said. Prayers up for Avril's dad for sure. The God is my neighbor. Look at this shit, man.
For the profession.
If you want to get good people into this, they're not gonna get involved with it because they're gonna say, I don't want to associate in this kind of environment.
Now look at this. This is the state trooper, right? That killed the he killed the disabled man in the van, the passenger. But look who pulled up to the scene in Woburn and wrote up the police report. The police report was only for a lanes violation, but the guy was dead drunk and killed somebody. And look who it was.
So we have a serious problem there in that regard, I think.
And truth be told, there were other incidents we didn't mention simply because we don't have enough time to list them all. One important connection we should talk about, Lieutenant Jennifer Penton, who, as you just
Jennifer Penton, there she is. Let's look.
Heard from Oscar, was arraigned today for the death of Enrique Delgado Garcia.
She was arraigned for Enrique Delgado Garcia.
Also happened to be the state trooper who responded to the scene of the deadly crash in Woburn involving Sergeant Quigley.
She responded to the scene of Sergeant Quigley. Well, what did you do, Penton?
She wrote the report and only gave a warning for a marked lanes violation. Along with the new criminal charges, Quigley is also a defendant in a wrongful death civil lawsuit filed by the victim's family. Ryan Kath, NBC Quigley, and only gave a warning of the deadly day for the death of Enrique. And truth be told, there were other incidents we didn't mention simply because we don't have enough time to list them all. One important connection. And truth be told, there were other incidents we didn't mention simply because we don't have enough time to list them all. And truth be told, there were other incidents we didn't mention simply because we don't have enough time to list them all.
That shit is crazy.
Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Ain't no love and it's sure not for pity. Ain't no love 'cause you ain't around.
One important connection we should talk about other incidents we didn't mention simply because
There's a problem there in that regard, I think.
And truth be told, there were other incidents we didn't mention simply because we don't have enough time to list them all. One important connection we should talk about, Lieutenant Jennifer Penton, who, as you just heard from Oscar, was arraigned. And truth be told, there were other incidents we didn't mention simply because we don't have enough time to list them all. And truth be told, there were other incidents we didn't mention simply because we don't have enough time to list them all. And truth be told, there were other incidents we didn't mention simply because we don't have enough time to list them all. And truth be told, there were other incidents we didn't mention simply because we don't have enough time to list them all. One important connection we should talk about, Lieutenant Jennifer Penton, who, as you just heard from Oscar, was arraigned today for the death of Enrique Delgado Garcia, also happened to be the state trooper who responded to the scene of the deadly crash in Woburn involving Sergeant Quigley. She wrote the report and only gave a warning for a marked lanes violation. Along with the new criminal charges, Quigley is also a defendant in a wrongful death civil lawsuit filed by the victim's family.
Ain't no love in the heart of town. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. I said, ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town.
That's crazy. That is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. That is crazy. Scrutiny over there in Massachusetts. You've seen it. I mean, we've been talking about this, man. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. So, with that being said, what do you call spoke up to he spoke up Kelsey Fitzsimmons there, and she said that she plans to sue North Andover.
You that you will only see right here on NBC 10 Boston. Kelsey Fitzsimmons tells us she is planning to sue the town of North Andover. That is where she used to work as a police officer before a shooting last year changed her whole world. Thanks for joining me here tonight. I'm Priscilla Casper. Tomorrow marks 1 week since a judge found Fitzsimmons not guilty of assaulting a fellow officer. Now, that officer shot Fitzsimmons while serving a restraining order at her home. Our NBC 10's Mary Marcos joining us live from North Andover to share more from her exclusive interview with Fitzsimmons. Mary, what did she tell you today?
Well, Priscilla, Fitzsimmons and her lawyer tell NBC 10 that the way the restraining order was served was mishandled and never should have happened. Tonight, they're taking the next step, confirming to us that they plan to file a lawsuit against the town.
What is my life worth to you?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of how I feel.
Not guilty.
Nearly a week after Kelsey Fitzsimmons was found not guilty, her legal team is serving the town presentment
Life worth to you.
file a lawsuit against the town.
What is my life worth to you?
Lawsuit against the town.
What is my life worth to you?
What is my life worth to you? Wow. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. They released 3 guys on bail for a M1 because Quigley was the investigator. She needs her baby back. Yeah. Well, she was going to blow her own brains out, but she is here. Ooh.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you?
Michelle, you ain't got no love for her, huh? Michelle got no love for her. Some people see it that way, right? Some people see, and Michelle just said that, well, she was going to blow her brains out, but she is here. Meaning, like, could have been worse. And now she's flipping the script. What do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think that would be a smooth? I mean, that's going to be a long, drawn out process, that lawsuit. But she wants to lock in. She wants to lock in on the law side of things. 5 years ago, she posted a video about suicide. I think she was trying to force self-exit. 5 years ago, she posted a video about. Did she? What was that all about? Trigger warning. She will win. Yeah, man, but they got qualified immunity, them people. It's going to be drawn out. It will take years for sure. I know all about it. At Colin, Justin and his family manipulated and used friend and police officers in order to get their way. Hope they feel like fools. Well, I mean, in the end, they still have the baby, though. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what they wanted, right? So they're still winning when it comes to that. She wasn't well. Pray for all those with psychotic episodes. How do you guys think she's holding up when you see her? Do you think that she's a little off? I mean, she talked about how she was locked down 23 hours a day for 100 days. That will do it to you. 23 hours a day locked in. Ooh-wee. That will get you. How you guys feeling?
That's kind of how I feel.
Not guilty.
Nearly a week after Kelsey Fitzsimmons was found not guilty, her legal team is serving the town presentment letters.
That's a predicate to a lawsuit against the town, civil rights action, negligence action. We're going to give them notice of our claims very shortly.
The former North Andover officer was shot when 3 of her coworkers served a restraining order filed by her ex-fiance in June of last year.
Why are her own colleagues serving this order? Why are they letting the adversary in the civil litigation, in the restraining order action? Why are they letting this person rummage through her house alone?
During her 4-day trial, surveillance video showed Justin Alain getting a suitcase out of the basement while police were upstairs. When he heard gunshots, he ran.
Everything was taken away from me. What is that?
Fucking dude dipped.
Worth?
That everything was her baby, her dog, her job, her home.
I mean, what was going on? What was the big deal that day?
And her wedding called off. That's why she's.
And look at homeboy, all smiling with the gloves on and shit.
Was her baby, her dog, her job, her home, and her wedding called off.
Hey, how you doing, Kelsey? How's the baby? You doing okay? All right, go upstairs. No, you can't take nothing with you, Kelsey. No. But hey, I thought you guys were my friends. No. We're taking the fucking kid. We're taking the kid, Kelsey. No, we're taking the kid. No, you can't. We don't want the books. No books. We don't want no baby clothes. Listen, it's only 2 weeks. Only 2 weeks. Put down the gun, Kelsey. Fucking scumbag. He did that to here's the point. He did that to his own people. What the fuck do you think he would do to someone like me? And he's still out there in the streets? Think about that. He did that to his own people. He's still out there in the streets. We're supposed to have him as a public servant out there talking to people and having any type of compassion. He did that to Kelsey with a baby in her hand. I mean, come on. You're taking your kid for 2 weeks. It's her baby. It's crazy. You look calm and normal in the video for sure when you look at it. You know, I mean, I got jaded by that video. I've seen it so many times, but like taking a little break off it and watching it, I'm seeing it for what it is. I'm like, wow, like what the hell was the problem? Like they couldn't be like, hey, let's go down to the station and talk this out, put her in the state. Like all that could have been, you know, Brado has a point, like her colleagues. It was just so weird, man, the way they handled it. It was like what are you owned by them? Like so you become a cop. And if you become a cop, then they could just do whatever they want too. You know what I mean? Like they do that to their own people. So just imagine if you live in that town and in the police that, you know, the police who police that area, the way they think about you. Well, we're the police in this town and you need to obey because they do it to their own people. You're underneath like their spell, so to speak, like the way they move out there. Like think about the power these people think they have, the vanity, the ego, like the way they look at themselves. Fucking weirdos, man. Fucking goofballs, dude. I had the baby in my hand and I had a big vest on. Bro, you're in fucking Andover. You don't even need you're in North Andover. You don't even need a big vest. Like seriously, man. Stop it, will you? I had my Teflon vest on just in case you know, when I pulled over something, they don't shoot me in the chest. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Do you really need all that? Come on, man. Come on, stop it, will you? Fucking goofball. Fuck all these dudes, man. And I'm just saying, it's late nights, bedtime magic. Fuck the police, man. That's where I'm at right now. Fuck all these Massachusetts clowns. They deserve it. You wrong.
Here's a rap song based on your lyrics and fame. You wrong, you wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. This is Kevin from South Boston. Wait, is this Higgins? Higgins? Is that you? Nah. You wrong. They was decorated dudes. Acting like they real, but they faking up the truth. Medals on their chest, but they never paid the dues. I see through the lies, yeah, I know the real news. Is this Higgins? Nah, man, you wrong. Trying to test the kid, but I've been too strong. Came from the South where we hustle all night. No fake love here, gotta keep the game tight. You talking like you know me, but you really just guessing. See me on the rise, now they stressing, confessing. Boston on my back and we moving like a legend. You wrong, better watch where you stepping. You wrong, they was decorated dudes. Acting like they real, but they faking up the truth. Medals on their chest, but they never paid the dues. I see through the lies, yeah, I know the real news. Kevin called my phone asking, is this Higgins? Told him, nah, my dude, must be something that you tripping. They was talking big, but the stories don't match. Said they run the city, but they never left the patch. I keep it 10 toes, I ain't playing with the clouds. Say they run the game, but they never been around. Moving in the dark, but I shine when it count. You wrong, time to show 'em what's about. Yeah, nah, man. You wrong. They was decorated dudes, but they ain't real. South Boston, stand up.
I hear you, man, but it's like all these police, right? It's like when you look at the majority of anything, it's like Fords, right? Found on the road dead. Most Fords are garbage, right? But I like Mustangs. I like certain Fords. But anytime you hit anything on the majority, fuck them all, right? And that's where I'm at right now, you know, because there's just you got to rape a Skinner sergeant, raping some girl. You got some dude who just hit Alfredo in Hanover. You got Proctor, right, who framed up Karen, and then Marquis Simmons' family is not getting any justice. Miles King's running amok. Then you got 7 cops on Jigger's neck that they don't charge none of them. Then they just charged, you know, Delgado. They charged them 4 cops. Then you got the other state trooper I was talking about. I see someone ask me about that. The one who pulled the one on Soldiers Field Road. The one on Soldiers Field Road that pulled the guy over and told him, I'll get you out of the ticket if you give me a, you know, It must blow to be a Massachusetts state trooper. It must suck to be a Massachusetts state trooper. Do you guys remember that? And Yannetti, he's from Melrose, the guy, the cop, the state trooper. You know? Think about it. Like, that's a lot of cops, man. That's a lot of cops. And then you got cops that killed John O'Keefe. And then you got to understand the cops with John O'Keefe, they won't even like. Then the other cop who killed the dude. Now I get it. The other cop who killed the guy with the manslaughter in Boston, he had a crazy criminal record. It was a carjacking. It's kind of weird. It's like an iffy situation because the dude was crashed out. He was a crash dummy for sure. The dude was Aaron and Ender stupid. He was on one. He's it wasn't polos in the bag. It wasn't stealing muscle milks. It was hey, I'm gonna carjack you. That's I wouldn't want no one carjacking me. Now, if you steal my car, I'm not saying I want you to steal my car, but if you went behind my back and stole my car, that's a little different than coming up and pulling me out the car, or jumping in the car when I'm right there, and pushing me out the way. That's pretty, that's a serious situation. That's a whole different charge. And he was crashed out. So the cop who's being charged with the manslaughter of the dude he shot, I get it. Like you could look at that as that's debatable, right? Now, but if the dude didn't have any weapons, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of the cases. It hasn't came out yet, right? But what we do know about that, what I will say is that there was a bunch of Boston police there for him. And that's the point. There was a bunch of Boston police there. Why weren't there a bunch of Boston police with John O'Keefe? Now we get it. The funeral for John O'Keefe was beautiful and they did the whole thing, but where were they? So I mean, just more and more the layers get peeled back. And then the guy you see sitting there in the suit, the 15-year-old that you see shining over there, right there, right? His name is Eddie O'Brien, you know. DNA underneath the fingernails. They ran it, didn't come back to him. If anybody's just tuning in right now, I go by the name of J.F.K. And remember, Turbulence in the chat keeps the plane rocking. So if you want to rock out a little bit, throw some turbulence, and we'll take it up to 39,000 feet for sure. And I just want to say to people who bought the album, Wellness Check, it's on Bandcamp, it's pinned. You can go to my Bandcamp. I have a version of Same Kids, the Shade 45 drop, which is cool. Got played on Shade 45 last night. But I also want to say if you bought it on and I sent it to you on Dropbox, I actually put the new mix of the Same Kids song with Paul Wall. It's a new mix. So what I'm gonna do is whoever bought through Venmo the album, I'm gonna be updating certain mixes, certain versions, and I might add a couple of songs that you guys never heard. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and it's $30 on the Venmo. You get the whole Wellness Check album. I'll send it to you, and then I can always add things to the Dropbox. So when you go check in the Dropbox, there might be a new song in there, a new mix, something like that. People who support. But if you're interested in the Shade 45 version of Same Kids, it's on my Bandcamp, which is cool. It's got Static talking, breaking the album, world premiering it. It's pretty cool, man. So that's one way to support. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. It's in the Dropbox right now. Those who bought the album, go in the Dropbox. There's a new mix to the Same Kids. It's a little bit different. You might not see the difference, but it's a little bit more tighter. It's mixed and it's ready to be pressed and pushed everywhere. So you guys check that out. But yeah, what was I saying? Eddie O'Brien. Also, if you're new to the JFK show, Eddie O'Brien, back in 1997, 1997, he got convicted. July 23rd of 1995, there was a murder of Janet Downing. She got stabbed 98 times. They said that he did it, Eddie O'Brien. The thing is, Eddie O'Brien, DNA underneath her fingernails, they ran it and they took his DNA and it did not come back to Eddie O'Brien. And they never ran it again for anybody else. And the Commonwealth, Riley, who was a DA, put in to have truth serum and a lie detector test, which 3 months later, it happened July of 1995, he went to DYS. They did a lie detector test, and Eddie O'Brien passed the lie detector test and on truth serum. He passed it. Now they wanted him to take that so they could use his admission against him. But when he passed it, they didn't use it and they shit on it. Basically said that it didn't mean anything, but they're the ones who ordered it. They're the ones who put up the money for it. Would you believe it? So Eddie O'Brien, if you don't know, if you remember that case 30 years ago, and you're just tuning in, you're like, "Well, look at JFK, the guy in the glasses. I hate this fucking guy," but you're watching anyway because you love me. You know you still like me. It's okay. How you doing? How you feeling? You all right? You all caught up? But here's the thing: if you always hear about the Eddie O'Brien case, right? There you go. That's the biggest point you need to know, and that's factual. DNA underneath Janet's fingernails did not ruled it ruled out Eddie O'Brien. Goddamn. Hey, Cheryl Reed gifted 5 JFK memberships and Leslie Neal with that 1999 for sure. What's the hate about JFK? I don't talk about the hate no more. I don't talk about that. They know what the hate's about. Avril seems easy. Why? Seems so obvious. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to catch up. Now, Eddie O'Brien, I believe, did not commit the crime. Okay, so Michelle. See, this is crazy. Michelle, aka 737, aka 777, aka, you know, she's out there in this, she's out there listening to airplanes all day. 49.99. Holy shit. I gotta talk to you though, Michelle. It's all love. I love Michelle that she's here. First off, I got nothing but love for Michelle. I love the fact that she has her own opinions. And I love the fact that she has some great opinions and great analysis on everything. But that right there confuses me that she believes Eddie's not guilty, but then yet she's kind of against a woman in postpartum. Not against, disclaimer. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but she looks at it like, hey, you pulled a gun out, you got shot. It is what it is. And like I said, that's me speaking on what she said. I don't know if that's how she feels because I don't want to disrespect Michelle because I got nothing but love for Michelle. But Michelle has some strong opinions. I pray this is the last Easter Eddie O'Brien spends with his family. And we got turbulence in the chat, people. You know how that shit goes, right? Holy shit.
Static selected.
Yeah. Boston. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Boston.
Static selected.
Yeah. Boston. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Boston.
Static selected.
Thank you so much, Night Shift Nomad. And I'm gonna get to some beats for you because I know you're out there working. I appreciate you, Night Shift Nomad. Appreciate you, Leslie and Neil, coming through. My long gamers are here holding me down. I appreciate you guys for sure. Sorry, I'm running a little late. I wish I could have did a little earlier for you guys. But we're here. We're here. You know, JFK's holding it down. I appreciate you guys. We're all here together. 144 people here. Nothing but love, you know. It was always the plan, right? It was always the plan to be here, I guess. What am I doing? I'm lost a little bit. We can agree to disagree and move on. All right, let me see what Michelle said. Michelle says, why are her friends discredited as to thinking she was a danger? Just why they were her friends, not Justin's. Why didn't she go back to her friend's house when she saw Justin's truck? Good points. Good points. So I'm trying to pick up what you're putting down, Michelle. So basically, you're saying that she was crashing out, basically, and that her friends were on Justin's side because he was crashing out. Well, we'll see. Now she did 100 days in jail. And let me tell you, based on experience, doing time and and being in seg like that, and her being a CEO, we'll see what she can do in the in between time, because now all this stuff is gonna take time. And now you got nothing but in between time. And that in between time, is different. So now you got to navigate through it. You say you want to be a mother, right? I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't want to be a mother. Disclaimer. But what I'm saying is she wants her child back. Like, that's gonna be, you know, you got the like. My point is, when she has her child back, it's on and popping, having a baby. You know what I'm saying? Um, Especially a 1-year old. So it's 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 a mindset, right? So when she doesn't have the baby, what is she gonna do, right? Does she potty? Does she slow down? Does she read books? Does she lock in? Like, that's that in between time, that idling time, is gonna, you know, she's gonna get pushed and pulled too, because a lot of people's gonna want to, come over here and let's do this and let's do that. And she's not regular no more. She's not a regular person. She's just not a cop who go to the bar, this and that. Like, she got a lot of stuff that she has to be very careful, what she's doing. You got to give her grace. So she could turn it around. But if what you're saying, Michelle, that she was crashed out, if she didn't learn from it, I mean, at the end of the day, she got shot in her chest. She went to jail for 100 days. I mean, that's it. I mean, she got punished. I mean, what are we going to punish her more? I mean, she got punished. Um, Now it's up to her to turn it around, right? And it was always the plan, right? It was always the plan. I guess. I hope. We'll see. We will see. Only time will tell. Her fiance used the depression as a weapon. Oh, Free Kelsey coming through. What up, Free Kelsey? He was making up excuses that he didn't have gas money to come see her, and he was going to try to borrow money from his mother on the way home. He's at his friend's house with her bridesmaid. Yeah, he was a scumbag for that. Yeah, they were all cutthroat. They were all cutthroat for sure. All cutthroat. Scumbag shit. J.F.K, the cops involved with the Elvis case were dirty as hell. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Not saying I agree with it. I don't. It was all handled incorrectly. That was Justin's friend's house, not her friend's house. So I guess she wasn't on a pull-up status there. Ooh, Christy with the pull-up status. What you know about pulling up, Christy? Huh? You getting your sets in? Meet me at pull up. God damn, Christy. You need to calm down. Yeah, I love it. I love you guys are talking about it. I mean, I just hope that she handles this, because what happens is when you do time, right? She was on the other side of it, right? She worked in Middleton, right? In the jail. And then she did time, right? So that's like, that can do something to you, you know? It just does, it just can, does she move on from that? Can she move on from that? Because it's gonna be a like I said, they're not saying they're sorry. They're not saying they're sorry. And when she goes to probate court, they're gonna act like none of that shit even matters. That's the crazy part about it. That's the double jeopardy in Massachusetts right there. That's double jeopardy, because technically it's all Massachusetts, right? So it's like, okay, well, we seen what just happened over here, and with the shooting, she got found not guilty. So technically, like, didn't that solve the case, right? But no, probate court's not going to look at it that way. They're going to say, yeah, that's criminal court. This is probate court. Calm the fuck down. Sit down over there. And they're going to tell you to be there. And it's so fucked up the way they do it. And that's it. Maybe they will, though. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll look at her different, but probably not. Wrong, Michelle. It was her way home from the park. JFK, you are absolutely right. And the family court is all private. What up, Juanita? Wow, his sister was at the house. She wasn't invited. You guys are kicking it in this conversation. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to get involved in the conversation. What's going on? I mean, what's happening here? What's going on? Kelsey drove by on the way to the Common by Justin's friend's house, and his truck was there. She did not stop. Waited 2 hours at the Common and went home. If she is jealous, why not go back to friend? If she is jealous, why not go back to friend? There is another case in Mass, Clancy. She had her husband get supper while he was out, killed her 3 little kids, and jumped out the window. Yeah, yeah. Fucking horrible case, too. Horrible. We want to plan a trip to Boston, JFK. When's the best time? 4 days in Boston. When is the best time? Probably the summertime. Probably the summertime. Sometime in the summer for sure. At JFK, Justice Fred's house to see what was going on. Can only write so much. I'm trying to pick up what you're putting down, Michelle. A woman that wasn't treated in the status. Nothing going on with JFK's birthday. Lindsay Clancy has been diagnosed with bipolar now. Yeah, she was. And they had her on different medication and stuff. I guess that made her like hallucinate and shit. Who said she was jealous? Yeah, who said she was jealous? No. There's no plans. JFK's chilling. Because she had the baby with her. Nah, no celebration. No celebration. Michelle, and she wasn't invited at the friend's house, and her sister was there that wanted to fight Kelsey from the party. I'm just letting this chat go. I'm trying to. How do you know it's my 50th, Avril? Thanks for throwing that out there, but how do you know it's my 50th? You might be wrong about that. It might not be my 50th. It might not be my 50th. But it's okay if you think that. I'll let you think that you know everything about JFK. I'll let you think that because you really don't. Context and clues. There's no context and clues. I don't. Why would I want to? What do I got to celebrate my birthday for? Like, how do you know I'm not celebrating it privately? There's a thing called boundaries. I don't think you really get that part. I don't think you get that, and you should. You should get that part. Nah, it's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. I say what? I don't know. You're looking for attention. I'll let you go. It's not my birthday. It's 1000% not my birthday. I'm just trying to read the chat, man. I'm trying to do what you guys do. It's sometime in April. It's sometime in April. Show of hands in the chat. How many girls would be totally fine discovering your fiance's over his friend's house when your bridesmaids? Show of hands in the chat. How many girls would be totally fine discovering your fiance's over his friend's house with your bridesmaids? Stop it. Yeah. I'm trying to understand the conversation. So what are we saying? That she should have went back there and confronted the situation? Is that what we're saying? We're saying that she sat in the Commons and there was an alternative plan that she had. Is that what Michelle's saying? So I'm like reading two different things here in the chat, you know? I'm trying to get what you guys are talking about. But the chat's moving fast. I'm trying my best. I think they dated, she got pregnant, they got engaged, and then rushed the marriage. That was supposed to be October 2025. It did not happen. Think a lot of pressure and stress. So you say that's what you're saying, Michelle, that she should have went back there and confronted the situation? I mean, but then that's some Karen Reed shit, right? I mean, if that's what you're saying, Karen should have went back and knocked on the door for John, you know, right? But wait a minute. But didn't the girl call her and was asking her to go get coffee and shit? The bridesmaid, wasn't the girl calling her? Saying, "Let's go get coffee," and all that shit? Yes, if she knew he was there, you pull up and say, "Can I talk with Justin?" Yeah, I can dig it. I am not sure of that. So what, she's lying about that? Nah, he raging alcoholic. Yeah, he's fucked up though. You did you listen to the way he is though? He was getting nice, that dude. He was getting nice for sure. They were keeping her busy so that Jessica could get everything done in court. It was definitely a planned attack. She had a baby with her. She did right by not going back. Bingo. I like that. No way I would have went back to that house. Yes, she called her. He was all She was on her way to meet Justin at the park, wasn't she? He sounds like he's on the spectrum. So what? What's wrong with the spectrum? Maybe she didn't stop because she did it want all the rest of them involved. Mm. Not with a 4-month-old, you don't pull up. I hear that. I mean, we gotta take that into consideration. The baby was 4 months, but she did sit outside for 2 hours with the baby, though. 4 months. Would you sit up? I mean, I see some people outside with their babies like that. It was hot. Me personally, I don't know if I'd be outside 2 hours with a 4-month-old. I don't know, but some people are different, man. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably be in the. I don't know if I want my 4-month-old out in the elements like that. That's just me. For 2 hours, that's kind of young. But like I said, not everybody's like you, JFK. Yeah, that's bullshit. 4 months, Kelsey did the right thing. She had an infant in the car, people. So you would think that the friends would do something to Kelsey with the baby. That's reaching. I mean, if they're drunk, Michelle, if they're drunk, right, and he takes the baby, I don't know. They're all professional people. They're cops, right? They're all like. I just think that they had tunnel vision. I think you know, whatever he said to her, whatever she said, they had this tunnel vision, and they sided with him. If they really cared for her and had any love for her, obviously they didn't. They would have all went to the park together and said, "Kelsey, you're tripping. You're fucking tripping. You got this for everything you're talking about. You got this baby. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? You're talking this crazy talk. Like, we got to figure this out." They could have went there by committee and maybe did an intervention with her and talked to her, maybe. But by backstabbing her like that, it wasn't gonna make it any better. You know, it's gonna make her even more mad. Like, watch what I do. He put drugs in her car. Did he? Wow. You guys got all the fucking, what is this? The Kelsey Fitzsimmons crew? Holy shit. Wow. It's not just about that. It's also arguing with the baby being there. I wouldn't want to get out and get into an argument with my newborn around. Hell no. Hell no. That's why she's mad. I feel like I'm going nuts. If he was surprised to be meeting her at the park so they could talk, that would give him another reason to put on that restraining order. Wonder if one of them is close to Justin. He was already attacked by Justin's other sister. Why go there? This is crazy. He was going to get the restraining order no matter what at that point. Go meet her at the park. Goddamn. Someone had the cops do a wellness check, say she got in a car accident. Yeah, what was that all about? What was that all about? Yeah, you could call. Let's do it. Definitely. Thank you. Let's do it. Let me set it up. Give me a second. Do 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 do. Michelle's about to call. God damn. It's about to be crazy. Michelle's about to get busy. If Michelle calls, I'm gonna have to get Free Kelsey up here then too. It's Free Kelsey, man. She's another one. She's all into this. For sure, for sure, for sure. No, we don't want that.
Call from Michelle.
Michelle.
Hello.
Hey,
I hate
girl.
writing in the chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up
No,
with
I don't want to
everybody.
argue with the people either. I know they have their opinion. That's fine. It's
What's
just that
happening? What's
I see more into it.
yeah, so what exactly are we trying to say here? What's going on?
Well, I think maybe Free Kelsey might know a little bit more that she was writing about there, but I took it as she went by the park, by the Justin's friend's house, saw his truck there, thought that was weird, kept going down to the common to wait to meet him there because that was the plan. But I don't think it was ever Justin's plan. That was her plan. She kept texting him saying, I want to see you at the park, we'll walk the baby, blah, 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 and then waited there. And then left and went home, and she parked the car down by the school, which she never does, thinking
Why
that,
do you think
she's a
she
cop.
did that? Why do you think she did that?
Because I think she was trying to evade something like, knowing the police were going to come or something was going down because they were all meeting together. I mean, yes, these are two of her good friends that turned against her. I wouldn't call them jerks for doing that. They were kind of a safety thing. I did the day before, or 2 days before on the wedding party, she was throwing like a Stanley Cup at one of them. She was walking around swearing. She was saying weird things. People thought she was crazy. So, I have good friends. I wouldn't turn on them, but I would also say, okay, well, she has a little kid. I don't want something to happen. They might have convinced him, well, why don't you go get a restraining order and do what you had to do? That's what I think happened. It probably did get out of hand, but I think that's what occurred.
What do you think she should have did? If it's what she says it is, what do you think she should have did? Because I see what you're saying.
Who, Kelsey?
Yeah, like you keep saying that she should have went back to the house and confronted them or something like that. If it's
Yeah, I
everything
just
she
think
said.
maybe, yeah, I understand what people are saying that she has the baby with her. I'm not talking about causing a fight. I'm just saying drive back around and just say, oh, it's Justin in there. And if they disagree or whatever, be on your way. But if they say, oh, I'll go get him, she can ask them, like, what's going on? You're supposed to be meeting me. I just thought that was weird because I know when you're a new mother, you got this little baby, and here's your fiance at the friend's house with these other girls that are your friend. Hell yeah, I'm going to go up and go, what are you doing? That's just me, but not everybody will do that.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that. I mean, that's something. I mean,
I'd be like, getting the effing car. What's going on?
Indeed.
But
especially if he said he
that's
couldn't, if he said he had no gas and all that shit, and then he's there.
right. He did all that intentionally just to, make a facade like you don't know what's going on, but I'm doing this RO behind you, So he was trying to throw her off, I think.
Yeah.
But
So
I
you
do
think-
feel bad for her. I think she should have had. I think they should have just said, time served or whatever. But that not guilty thing now turns around where now she's going to sue the town, and she's trying to use the thing, to help other women. You still say you took the gun and put it to your head and you wanted to kill yourself. So you got to think about that. I mean, that's not going to be good for her in, the child case. I can't even think of the name of it.
Yeah, probate.
Probate, probate.
Yeah. So what do you think they're gonna do
I'm
in
losing my
probate
mind.
court? It's all right. Nah, it gets like that sometimes. What do you think they're gonna do in probate court? If you was gonna,
I think they might start off as supervised visits. I mean, they're going to look at saying, okay, she wasn't found guilty, but she had a history of, I know she had the postpartum, but I think she had something else before too. I mean, they just returned the firearms to her. And I think just lying, her lying is her credibility to me. That's what it is. I think when
lying about
she
what?
She lied about where the firearms were. She lied about a safe being in the basement. She lied about the dog being on the restraining order. There was no dog listed on. They found the stuff out afterwards, of course. Always the stuff comes out afterwards.
So
That was all added in there, in the, in the media. So it gains that momentum of, poor Kelsey. Oh my God, this poor little white blonde woman. Stop it. Everybody should be treated the same.
So what's your opinion about her? You think she's full of shit? Is that what it is?
I don't think she's full. No, I don't think she's full of shit. I think she has a lot of issues going on, and she's young. Like you said, I look at her the same way. I'm like, this girl's a young girl just starting off her life.
Yeah, man.
You need to get it together. And now you ruined your career and everything. It's just the heat of the moment, whatever it was that you say you were trying to take your life and it didn't occur. Be thankful to God you're still here. Look at it. That's how I would look at it. I'd be like, oh my God, I know what really happened. I'm still here. Thank you, God. I'm going to try to go forward and be positive and get my kid back. I don't know. Everybody, like I said,
everybody's saying the dog was on the RO.
No, I heard someone say it was. I'm not saying it wasn't. They said that she lied about that. I don't know. I'm just, when you're on X, you know how that is on there. You see things, they say, oh, she lied about the dog on the RO.
I've been staying away from X.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Yeah, it's a tough place. I had my run, man. I had my run,
Yeah.
It was always the
Yeah.
plan. It was always the plan. But we're moving on to different things. But yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's
No,
just-
and I like all the cases and everything. Like I like the Eddie O'Brien one. I definitely don't think he's guilty.
so there you go. So let's talk about that. So you have this a strong opinion about Kelsey, right? But you're basically saying
and
that
everybody in
there
the
should be-
chat, I still like his. I just don't. I can't. I have to have my opinion. I have very strong. I wanted to tell you one quick thing.
Go ahead.
Okay, so now I want to let you know what I think when you, as I know, I always see people that mention things about police and all that. Well, I had a case in 2004. This is how old this is. I got arrested on a 4th of July.
Oh.
I did nothing, absolutely nothing. It was a
what
verbal
city?
argument. What's up?
Oh.
So it was between me and my sister-in-law, and my sister-in-law was saying my brother was drunk. So I turned around I said, shut the. And all of a sudden, someone's chokeholding me from behind.
Wow.
And they're whipping me around, and I'm like, I hear everybody. All I could hear is everybody screaming. I couldn't focus because I was losing my breath. And I got thrown to the ground, and it was this turnaround. This is a guy in plain clothes. It was the chief of police, and he didn't identify himself, and he didn't say anything. And I saw my mother and father going crazy, and I'm like, telling everybody to shut up and everything. So they arrest me. I stood still like a soldier. That's how scared I was of the police. So I just stood still. I'm like, all right, get there, get arrested. They tell me I have to go to East Boston District Court for the
arraignment
hearing. Yeah, the arraignment. And see, I didn't even know any of this stuff. I'm like, what am I doing? Where am I going? I have been arrested. So I go there. The whole police force is there. Well, go in. They tell me the charges. I'm sorry. So the arraignment, you get the charges. I go in. The charges went from, I think it was, what is it, disorderly conduct when you're making noise or whatever?
Yep. That's what they charge you with?
Well, no.
Domestic?
Resisting arrest, beating up police officers. It was like 3-4 charges. They were huge. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like freaking out. So I had to hire an attorney, which I never had to do before. Give a retainer fee. They went to my court date. I get there, the whole police department's there with their attorney, and I'm with the attorney, and the judge says, okay, so what happened? So he starts reading the thing, and he's like, okay, wait a minute. So her brother was drunk. He was trying to stop her sister-in-law from saying or doing something to him, and she got arrested. So I didn't even get to speak. He's like, this is being thrown out.
Nice.
So I get the police report. I didn't get to read it. And it said I was a combatant of a pig pile, took on the whole force, and they'd have every car here because of me. It was like a huge, so imagine what I would have faced if I, so I know they change stories. I know they do things like that, but I don't take those bad apples and say every cop's like that, So.
No, but
But
tonight,
it was a big thing
but
because
just to let you know, Michelle, tonight I am. Tonight, fuck them all. That's me tonight.
No, I know. And the ones you're talking about, they're rot. That was awful.
Tonight, that's how I'm feeling tonight.
I get it.
Because after seeing that shit, that shit hit me, man.
Oh,
Seeing that little boy that I didn't know about.
I know with the little kid. That's terrible. It is. And leave him in the snowbank.
Left him in a snow. That shit pissed me the fuck off, man.
That's terrible. It is awful. Yeah, there's been a lot lately that have been really.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at tonight. Tomorrow.
I get it. I get it.
That's tonight, though. I mean, I don't really deep down believe that, but tonight I'm on some bullshit,
Right.
But fuck them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's segue into Eddie. Let's segue into Eddie. So,
okay.
You think that there should be accountability with Kelsey? She's a professional, even though she's a young girl. She's still,
I think she's naive. Yep.
She's naive. She pulled the gun out. You think that? So you think that? Do you think she was gonna harm that baby?
I don't think that she would have harmed the baby. I think they just had to follow through with the restraining order.
You think she was gonna kill herself though? No, I'm saying like prior.
I don't know. I don't know.
So prior to this whole thing, like, was she trying to do something to herself and leave him with the baby?
But I thought that was weird. Well, I thought that was weird because why just make an officer leave for a second to then pull a gun out? You could have did that anytime. She could have did that when she went home with the baby. I mean, probably not because she probably want to leave, thinking of the baby, leaving the baby alone and do it. But there was ample opportunities and she never did it. So I don't.
Yeah, but she said she started thinking about it after she started realizing the walls started coming down.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure her mind's all over the place. I mean, she's. I think she just needs additional help, which I think she's getting. And,
what do you think? What do you think?
I wish
about,
her peace.
What do you think about her on these videos? Like her mindset? Like what's your when you see her talking?
Well, I think that's a lot with Radel behind it. Your attorney tells you to do these things, so
No, but what I'm saying is when you
gonna
see
go for
her,
the money. Is you talking about that?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
No, I'm saying when you see her, like her state of mind or the way she talks, do you think that do you think she's like doing good mentally? Do you see something? Do you see something that we don't see?
I see that she's on. I think that she's on something, and which is fine. I don't think she's doesn't know what she's saying or she's incapacitated or anything. She just seems like when I saw the one when she was on the dickheads thing there, she looked a little dazed to me. Like she just looked like she was a little like, I'm going through these motions and probably not totally with it, but I don't know.
Okay.
And medications can do that. I'm not blaming her for that if that's what she needs. But sometimes you just got to sit with yourself and just say, okay, let me think about everything. Really think about it, your future, and then say, okay, what should I do from this point? Because you're always going to have that repercussion from the police department. You're always going to be a target. Now you're suing the town. because that's what they said to me. I was going to sue too, and I said, you know what? You're right. I got to live with these people in my life. It's not worth it. Forget it.
So Free Kelsey just said, Michelle, please go back and review the case.
I do. I read
The entire
everything.
case. Yeah, I don't.
You know?
I think you know a lot about the case. I just think
I
that
do,
you're
but
looking
I
at it from
skip
the
around.
perspective. I think
Yeah.
you're looking at it from the perspective of a 29-year-old girl and looking at it like, you know,
Right.
it was a
Right.
chaotic time, and that she I think your position of it, that she was being a little chaotic too.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to, you know how it is today with mental health. They say, okay, well, say you didn't do enough, and they let her stay with the baby, and something happened. Then someone, everybody, you know, like in the chat, and everybody in the news would be like, they should have just arrested her and took her away, because now look what happened. The baby's dead and she's dead, or whatever. So
What
you
meant
got to look at it both
someone
sides.
says this. So I'm sorry. I'm just reading the
No,
chat.
go ahead.
It says it's called sedated. Free Kelsey saying. Free Kelsey's fired up. Free Kelsey's probably doing push-ups and burpees right now. It's called sedated.
Free Kelsey, calm down.
Calm the fuck down. It's called sedated.
No, I
Now
know she has her opinion. That's okay.
And she says you didn't watch the trial. She asked if she was on medication, and she
I
testified.
did watch it.
I guess she testified she was on 3 meds. No,
She
she was
did.
on the meds. What's she
She
on?
named them.
What are they?
I think one of them though was just like an allergy medicine. And one was an antidepressant.
Oh,
I
really?
think what the other one was. Yeah.
So she's all
But
beamed out.
and I was surprised she had to say them. She said what they were. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's jump off that for a second. So okay, you think that she should take accountability. Now here we go. 15-year-old Eddie O'Brien, 1995, a murder 98 times.
I mean, God, all these years he's been in prison.
You think that he did not do this
Awful.
crime. Now, you know my take on it. I just don't believe the story of him getting jumped. You do?
No, he could have made that up to. I don't. That part I do get stuck on. Like you said, it is weird with the jumping.
So what do you?
But
So what do you think? Why do you think he
a
knows?
young mind, he was scared. He probably, had to say something.
Yeah, but
I
so
think
when he
he
was
saw a
at, when
lot.
he's, what do you think he's? Go ahead, tell me what you think.
I think he knows there was somebody else in the house. I don't know if, I'm not blaming Artie, but I'm just saying I think he knows it was somebody else, and he walked in there and he, whatever you want to say, he's got crime stuff on him, and, went down to that Burger King, and I don't know, he probably had to make up the jumping thing so that it won't look suspicious.
So where did he get cut?
On his finger?
Yeah.
I don't know. They said he had blood in the house, blood from his finger in the house. I never thought I saw that. They just said DNA, which I thought was fingerprints.
Yeah,
in the blood.
there was some blood, but I'm saying, where did he get cut? Who cut him? Artie cut him, you're saying?
No, didn't he have a knife?
No, he didn't
Did he
have a knife.
pocket knife? Okay, he didn't have
He had
the
a,
knife.
he would have, they found a knife. So he did have a pocket knife that was underneath. They found a knife, the butt of a knife that matched the collection of the
It was
knives that he
in the
had.
garbage or something, right?
Yeah, it was the butt of the knife,
Yeah.
which had DNA on it, which wasn't his, which is crazy.
Yeah. I think they didn't do the DNA right back then. That they shouldn't eliminate anybody. Everybody should be included until they can, process of elimination.
But how did he get cut? What do you think? How did he get cut, though? That's the thing.
Unless the person with the knife, I don't know, in the house that something happened. I don't know. That's weird.
Well, he's still saying he got jumped to this day.
I know. So, and I want to believe him. And, I
Is that what it is? You just want to believe him?
maybe. No. I definitely, I just don't think he had that in him to stab her that many times. And
Well, what about the boy?
I
What
don't know.
about the 14-year-old dude over there in Danvers? That what he did to his teacher?
Oh, I know. That was horrible.
I'm saying.
I was working in Danvers at the time when that occurred. Yeah.
I'm saying.
I know.
He was 14,
And
bro.
put her in a barrel and put her outside and
Started walking up.
up Route 1. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I
Imagine
know.
running into
It
this
is.
dude.
It is. I know.
And then it
Horrible.
just happened again in Danvers, in the same area. 21-year-old killed some. Said I feel like killing and killed somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 21-year-old dude. And then the
Yeah,
other
I didn't
dude
hear about
killed his grandmother, beat her with a skateboard and shit. Another young kid.
Yes, that I heard about. They said that he does have some issues, so who knows what went off in his head and he went nuts. But imagine beating
I mean,
his grandma with
I
a
just,
skateboard.
I mean, the thing is, what I'm hearing, right, through the grapevine, is that he's saying that we're on the right track, with this Adi
Yeah,
situation. But the thing is, I think a lot of time passed, the DNA, then you look at all the notes. The notes are
right,
crazy. The
right.
Riley notes are nuts. They're like, make
I
sure
know.
this sticks, make sure this, make sure that,
Yeah, he was
make
another
sure.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
yeah,
His notes are insane. Like it's like
yeah.
it's kind of like the Karen Reed case, which you don't believe.
Uh,
You
Yeah.
believe now? I say so. You believe Karen hit him, and you believe all 7 people drove. So you seen the video, right? Of
Yes.
us putting
The
somebody in the
waterfall
snow.
one or the
No,
one where Jay's laying on the ground.
yeah. Allegedly, it was
Yeah,
Jay. Allegedly,
yeah.
right? So
Allegedly.
allegedly,
Disclaimer.
disclaimer. So we seen it. How didn't they see
One
it? And they're
facing
cops.
the wrong way.
Yeah.
The head would have been the other way.
Yeah, but I mean, have you been
But
there yet? Have you drove the
no,
35th
no.
yet?
I actually wanted to see it, but I
Then go
never
there.
went
Go
there.
there. I mean, listen, I wouldn't lie to you, Michelle.
I know
Right?
it's small. I know it's
I'm telling
small.
you, it doesn't matter which way the body's sitting, right? Which
Yeah.
sucks that he did sit the wrong way. I mean,
But when
heck,
you're leaving a party, right? Say anybody, you're leaving a neighbor's house, you're leaving a party, and
yeah,
you just want to get home, and it's cold out. You think you're looking to the left and to the right? And
yeah.
you're actually like
If
navigate. You're not.
if you're a fucking ATF agent, absolutely you are. Yes,
You
you
think
are.
so? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
I don't
you
know.
are. I mean,
Well, did
especially
you
if
hear
you.
the
Well,
recent about
hold on,
that?
hold on, but hold
Did you
on.
hear
But
the?
keep in mind. No, he just was at the bar with him, and keep in
Yeah, I
mind
know.
that right. Keep in mind he was supposed right. Now he was supposed to come right, and he doesn't show up. And then keep in
Right.
mind he's messing with Karen, so that really did
I
happen.
know.
He is so his eyes are being peeled. Like if he walks outside, is he going to walk into John? Is there a beef? Or like even if the waterfall video wasn't what I thought it was, right?
Yeah.
Still, his
Yeah.
mind got to be thinking, "Damn, does John got the drop on me?" Right? Like it's
Well, he's probably feeling guilty.
you're talking
Thinking that.
you're talking 7 people. You're talking about 7 people left that house and didn't see the body there. 7 times that happened. And then on top of that, think about how many people drove up and down that street that you don't know who drove down the street. So I'm just saying, like
But
that's some
not in
serious
those weather
gambling.
conditions
There
and
wasn't no
everything. I
weather
thought about
conditions.
it.
There was no weather conditions though. It was
There was
just
a little bit
starting.
of a little
It
like a
just started.
coating, but
Yeah.
when you walk out that front door, see, this is when I say I look at everything. When you walk out the front door, there's 2 huge trees that are in front of the front door, and the driveway's to the left. So that's why
Okay, so now
you
explain
would
why
look to the
Brian
right.
Albert didn't come outside the house. Can't
You know,
explain
if he
Can
did,
you
I
can
think
you
there would be
explain that?
another whole conspiracy story.
Wait a minute. So
I
you mean
don't
to
know
tell
if
me?
that
Wait a
he
minute.
was
You
just
mean to
woken
tell?
up.
Listen. You mean to
You got to
tell me
realize
Brian?
when did they all convene? It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. They had only slept for like 2 hours, 3 hours, and then they're being
It
thrown
doesn't
out
matter. He's
about
a
this
cop.
happening.
He's used to fucking getting up after 3-hour
I don't know.
naps. He's a cop. That's what
I
he
guess
does.
so.
He's a fucking fugitive task force. He gets everybody in
No,
the
I know
morning.
he is. Yeah, I know.
Listen, if he heard someone
I don't.
screaming in front of his house and he's seen all them lights, he's coming outside.
But even Karen said that she realized that snow muffles all the sounds. So
I don't know why she said
I
that.
listen to everything she says, and it's
So
like
you just don't believe Karen. Is that what it is?
no, because you know what it is. Because I go by the time frame, and being in that insurance industry before and handling auto accidents and investigating them, you most certainly can tap somebody, spin them around, they can fall, and not a broken bone. Plus, you're intoxicated, so you don't get injuries the same as someone that's sober who's bracing for something. You just don't.
All right,
I'm telling you.
So okay? You're telling me. All right, you get, and that's cool.
No,
I'm
no,
with
no.
that.
You can.
So
You stay with.
no. Hey, listen. So you mean to tell
I'm not
me
saying
that
there's not
every
corruption.
time?
Corruption's
Hold on.
everywhere.
Every time they turned over a piece, right? Inverted
Yeah,
video.
of the taillight.
So wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a
the
minute.
video, yeah,
So
but they
let me hold on. So let me
Go ahead.
hit you. Let me hit you with something, right? Right.
Yeah.
So that morning,
Yep. Mhm.
Higgins is in the house, right? He
Comes
shows
back
back
to the
up.
house
Yeah,
after. Yep.
yeah, he shows up,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Brian Allen's in the
Yeah,
house,
he
right?
yes.
Another cop,
Yes.
right? They
Yes.
find out their boy gets killed in the front of the house,
Yes.
right? He's dead, right?
Yep.
You mean to
Yep.
tell me they wouldn't walk out to where it happened at as two cops and see how it happened?
At that point now,
Why
when
not?
they're all there the next morning, this 30-something inches of snow.
There wasn't 30 inches of snow. You're tripping.
Yeah, it was.
That's a lie.
It
No,
was
it
a big
wasn't.
snowstorm.
I could show you
Okay,
pictures. There was
23
no, not at that time. Not at that time. The snow didn't hit until
at
like
6
10,
o'clock in
11.
the morning.
Nah,
They were
that
at the
snow
house at
wasn't.
8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but it was gusty snow. It was like some
The
of it
night
was some of it was
at
some of it
midnight.
some of it was piling up in certain sections. But you mean to tell me, regardless of the matter, you mean to tell me they
Yeah,
wouldn't have went outside to where that happened to see what had happened?
I would. I don't know if they would.
No, you're
I
telling me
would.
two cops. You're telling me two cops
No,
wouldn't
yeah, yeah,
go
yeah. That's
outside,
their thing. Yeah,
right?
that's their thing. They should
So
have. Yeah,
if they did,
but maybe
wait, wait,
also
wait,
in the
wait.
head they're going,
Can I finish?
I can't disturb it.
Okay, but see, you're defending them now. Don't defend them. Just listen to what I'm saying. And if they did, they would have found 42 pieces of tail light and a hat
Right,
and a sneaker.
right.
They did.
Well, the sneaker was up against the curb. Well, the abutment thing there, and the hat was over underneath snow someplace else. And I did remember though that a couple of days later it went to like 50 degrees and it rained and it does the snow like you know how it is here.
So you mean every time they turned over this is the thing about the conspiracy. Every single time
Yeah.
they turned something over, right? These dudes did something shady, and that if that's just them coincidences of their shadiness, just doesn't
Mm.
mean nothing.
No, I'm not
And then on
saying.
top of that, well, how
I
about
don't think
this?
they.
So let me give you, and I'm not trying to change your mind, but let me give you this.
No, no,
Let
no.
me give you this. There's a guy. This is
Yeah.
something that you need to listen to, right?
Mhm.
Here's the gem. There's a guy that's free on bail right now out of Norfolk Superior Court. His name is Miles King, right?
Yes. Yep.
Right? Listen, Marquis
Yep.
Simmons on his declaration said, Miles King shot me, right?
Yeah, that was like his
Mizzy
last
Cash,
words or something,
them are his
right? Yeah.
last words to a Milton cop, right? Not
Right.
to Proctor, to a Milton cop, right?
Yep.
They were
Yep.
so worried about the Karen Reed case that they didn't do the proper.
I know.
And they
Yeah, I
ended up
heard.
fucking
Yeah.
that whole case up. So if Karen Reed,
I know.
listen what I'm saying. If Karen Reed did this, right, they
Mhm.
would have been on top of that murder case too. But they were so worried about covering up the Karen Reed case and making sure that if the truth, because see, all the DA's job is just to lay out the evidence and tell the truth. It's not to beat a case. Beating the case is up to the defense attorney. A DA's
Right.
job is just to say there's 42 pieces of tail light and all the things you're saying. Oh, this is it.
Right.
Here's the thing. That's it. If that's the truth, that you just lay it out. They don't have to beat the case,
Right.
but they were so worried. Morrissey was so worried about beating the case that he forgot about the murder charge of a poor black man in Milton, young black kid. And now, in the result of it, the dude is fucking free.
I know he's
Right.
out.
And
I
so
know.
my point
Yeah.
is, if Karen Reed was guilty, right? They
Mhm.
would just treated that case like any other case and would have been on top of the other murder case, Miles King, but they weren't. They were too busy covering up the Karen Reed case. So that shows you right there how much a cover up it was, because how sloppy they basically let there's a murderer free right now walking around the
I
streets
know.
because
I
of it.
know.
So when you
Right.
say that, hey, she did it, well, did she? Because if she did do it, wouldn't they just treat it the same, Miles King the same? I mean, they fucked up so bad trying to beat that case because they knew the truth. They would have to turn the cheek. They would have to go against people. They would have to whatever what was going on, they would have to switch the whole game up, and they just didn't want to. And in the result of
Yeah.
it, Miles King is free. So that should give you some
I know.
insight on how corrupt and how
No,
fucked
yeah, I
up.
think about it.
And
Right.
here's another thing. Karen Reed, right? Karen Reed,
Yep.
she came out and she said right? Straight up. What about the murder of John O'Keefe? Do you think at this point Karen Reed would be saying that shit if she really murdered him? If she really killed him?
I'm since you, like you said, you're not an ex. I read the text messages though that went from her and Turtle Boy, and
And what are they? Tell me what you
they're
think.
bad.
What like
They're
what?
bad. She had people. When you talk about the witnesses, I was just going to tell you this part before when you're talking about Higgins. They had her and Jackson and her private investigator, and there was another girl. They pulled up to Higgins' house, knowing now he's represented with an attorney, had the woman PI go to the door. I don't even know if she's a PI. She was just an assistant or somebody. Go to his door, and it's on his Ring camera, asking if they could ask him a few questions, hoping that he'll flip. He told him to get the F out of here. He didn't talk to the girl. And then here they are parked out in the black SUV down the street. And then she sent a text
Who's in
message
the
to Turtle
SUV?
Boy going,
Who's in the SUV?
it was
Karen?
Jackson, Karen, and she wrote on a tweet to him, a text message, I'm sorry, because it was over Signal, but they got Turtle Boy's information. She said, yeah, out here stirring up shit and stuff like that. If you are innocent, you do not need to do any of the stuff you're doing behind the scenes to protect yourself.
No.
You shouldn't have to say
Hold
anything.
on. If you're innocent, right, and you're being
But you're
charged with
fighting
murder,
the blue
hold
wall.
on,
I get
and you're
that.
fighting the blue wall, and you have an ATF agent, right, and you
Right.
didn't do this. You got to do. Who
Right.
else is going to do it?
I know, but it's just
So you
some
mean
of the stuff is
You
just too
mean
much.
Alan? Do you understand Alan Jackson and what he comes from? Alan Jackson
I
was a
do.
DA, was locking dudes up, was smoking dudes.
I
in that.
know. I know.
He was doing this. When you get a
just
chance, look
not
at your
fond of
screen.
him.
When you get a chance, he was doing this. He was going like this. He was going, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, and then he would do this. He'd blow into his hand and he'd go, peace out. Give him life. That's what he was doing. He was smoking dudes. So wasn't Yannetti.
Yeah.
They were smoking
Yeah.
dudes. So these dudes at
I know.
they're not doing all that. They know this case is so what do you feel about the bite marks? You feel that they ain't bite marks?
No, they're not bite marks. I definitely think those. No, I definitely think they're like no, because if you fall and you scrape your arm, you're gonna get that road rash and stuff on it.
Where?
On the ground. You
So
just said it was only dusting. And there's dirt on their yard.
So
and
La Posada said said that the way he hit his head, it had to be rigid.
She's another dip.
So, but she's on what do you call it? Eddie O'Brien's case.
I know.
So we ain't
But
believing.
ask her how she did at the station nightclub fire. Ask her. She was the medical examiner for that. She got a phone call. It was like, yeah, have a nice day, and didn't show up for the 100 people that burned in the fire. I'm sorry. That when you talk about credibility, once I hear something like that, I'm like, okay, you're no good. And then I looked her up, and I looked up other cases. She's lied in other cases. And then her and Dr. Russell were saying two different things about the dog bites, and she was calling them lacerations, La Posada. So it was just too much. It's just too much.
All right. So you just
I don't know. It doesn't affect my own life, no. And everybody says to me, God, you got so involved in it. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's because it happened here. But yeah, does Karen affect my life? No. So
what about the butt dials at 2 a.m.?
I can't explain that. I don't know. But they said she had them too. So I don't know.
Who had
She
them?
called her parents. She called her parents. Karen did. And she also called, what do you call it? A lawyer for drunk driving, Attorney Diamond. If you didn't think you did anything, and her father said she thought she hit something, that's why when you were talking about the other case with the kid that was in the snowplow, I'm like, I thought I hit something. Yeah, you did. Did you go back and look?
You think she went back and looked?
I think she saw her in the morning because she canvassed the area for a half hour before she went with Jen and Kerry.
So you think she?
And there's a thing on one of the voicemails that says, "John, is that you?"
Yeah,
and
No,
it's very faint.
Yeah, no, I heard it. I know it. When
Yeah.
I actually had that, but I don't know if she says that though. It sounds like that, but I don't know.
No, right. It's kind of like you can't really tell 100%. But I'm just saying, a small girl like that, and you consuming 9 alcoholic drinks, and She has Crohn's disease. She shouldn't be drinking at all. But anyways, doing that, so I can know she could hold the liquor because she did it all the time. So, but if you don't know what you're doing and you said you were drunk and you were proven drunk, how do you have an alibi? You can't remember. If you couldn't remember where he was, how do you know what you did? She had to study the case and connect dots. And
so you think that she conspired with the other guy, the blogger there, and that she conspired with him, and this is all a lie?
Yeah, because anything he puts his fingers on, he was just trying to do it with Kelsey too. He was just trying to do the same thing. All of a sudden, he jumps in at the end after Jay Brill was already there and everything. He's such a someone. I'm telling you, he's gonna say something to the wrong guy.
Someone just asked.
That, or he's going to prison.
Someone just asked, if you were on the jury, would you have found her guilty?
Yes. Denise Noel, yes, I would have, but it wasn't me. So, I think the second jury got tainted. The foreman said if the less of the charge was there for manslaughter, he would have went with that. It was there. He didn't even take a note. And then they found out that some of them were turtle riders. Are you shitting me? No, it shouldn't have happened here. Huh? Yeah, he said if it was there, he would have picked it. Yeah. Yeah, the black kid, I forget what his name is.
He said that. I don't know. I don't remember him saying that.
Yeah, because they questioned, they said, well, what if the lesser charge was there? I did think they overreached. They shouldn't have probably said murder too. But I think, like you said, they wanted to get her so bad. I definitely think there was a vehicular manslaughter. That definitely should have been.
So here's another Karen question. Since that,
can you ask why she thinks all the House defendants destroyed their phone? Okay. They just went over this on X. They didn't destroy them. First of all, you can take the SIM card out. It doesn't destroy the cloud information. All it is now today is that the SIM card knows your, like, whoever you have, Verizon, AT&T, whoever it may be. It's subscriber information. It doesn't hold anything on it anymore. It all goes to a cloud. So whether they take it out or not or whatever, they could do that. Higgins did that because he said, he had suspects that could get to him and stuff. So that's why he disposed of both things. But Albert got rid of his prior to that. And it was after that, whatever the letter that they got that they have to hold them for so long. And then that's when they renewed their phones. They didn't do it beforehand. It was after the fact. See, everybody focuses, you get a little bit of information. Someone goes, zoom, that's it. There's a conspiracy. They got rid of the phone. They got rid of a rug. Where's Karen's rug that she's had a piece of it for like 4 years now that
she
she
said
had
she
a
got a whole
temperature controlled room? Where is it?
She said she got it.
She said she needed the money to get it tested. You have plenty of money now. You got all the donations. Why don't you get it tested? Let's see where the blood is. Where is it?
You don't know.
And then Nick Rocco said there was like 3-4 pints of blood. There was not 3-4 pints of blood. The guy got his head slashed in the back. And if anybody knows and you're out in sub-degree weather, blood stops. It does not, it coagulates. It doesn't come flying out. Not until it gets into warm temperatures, which they did to him at the hospital. So my sister,
you want to read
my
that?
sister cut her knee and didn't even know until she came in the house and started gushing out in the snow.
So you want to read that right there?
Oh yeah, John O'Keefe was not hit by a car and the car did not. Okay, yeah, that's what Karen says too. My car did not hit John O'Keefe and whatever she says is her statement. And that's fine. That's what she believes, That's.
Do you think she believes
it? I'm not guilty for it. I truly don't think so.
So you think Karen?
I think she's still living with what did happen. What really happened?
Why would Jackson and Yannetti go this hard for this?
Because that's them. Jackson is a great lawyer. Everybody would probably want him, but I find him he's very dramatic, and theatrical, and people love that in a courtroom. Look at Lally. You guys make fun of it. It's true. He's just like, yeah, and I went up there, and we went up the ramp.
Kelsey just hit you with the jewel, though. Only he didn't bleed outside. He was kept inside for hours.
That's if you're going with the theory of the conspiracy, right? So where's the blood? And then someone I guess lawyer, yesterday said something about that, about the blood, and he had to correct his statement because he had admitted he lied. He didn't know the truth. I'll have to, I forget exactly what it was. I couldn't believe it. So
What do you mean he had to
everybody, you
lie?
know, he lied about something he posted. And he said, being a man and being transparent, I'm going to tell the truth. That wasn't the truth. And he corrected it. And, you know, anybody that follows him was also retweeting that stuff. So now that's how that stuff gets spread. So he posts it, and then everybody, all his followers, like anybody that's following you, will say, oh, you know, he said this, so it's got to be true. You know, that's, you know how it goes. That's how with anybody that's on the internet. So I forget exactly what it was. I'll have to look it up. But he had it, you know, recant to take it back and say, I'm sorry, it was wrong.
So what do you think? What do you think how this is going to age? If you could kind
I think
of
this.
how's
You're
this
talking
going to
about like the
age?
civil matter?
Nah, but yeah, just the whole case in general. Like in like 2 years from now, like is JFK going to be saying, "Ah, fuck, man, I was wrong"?
I hope not. I mean, I don't want to be wrong in her opinion, but I don't know. I
I
think
if
the
I was
civil
wrong,
will bring it.
if there was something, see, that's the thing. If there's some type of
Well, we'll see.
swerve, if there's some type of
Yeah.
swerve where there's got to be
Right.
a swerve. I mean, I always said that what if two things happened, right? You know, but based on the
Yeah.
data,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like that's what happened, right? Because if you go on the data,
Right.
then only one thing could happen. But
And
did
what was
some
her words to that? What was her words to the data?
go ahead, you
Tell
tell
me.
me. You tell me.
No,
I
you
mean,
tell me what she said in front of the courthouse. Karen, she said the data is the data.
yeah, the data is the data. Yeah, that's what she said.
Right. Right.
Right.
So soak it up and read it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what I'm saying is, if it's not right for whatever
No,
reason,
if it's right,
like, and this is just a speculation. This is just a wild take, right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
just to clear everybody's head of why maybe she said she hit him. Because then you think,
Yeah.
like, because one thing that always got me was this, right?
Mhm.
This is how I always said this. What makes Karen not a liar, right? If you put it in this
Yeah.
perspective, right? And this is me being
Mhm.
totally unbiased or anything, right? This is me looking at
Right.
this from the jump. That makes Karen not a liar is that she never lied and said that she seen Nagel. She could have easily lied and said she's seen him, right? Well, my
Right.
point is because she knows that he's testifying that he's seen her. So she could have been like, "What do you mean? I looked right in the truck and they see me and I seen them and he wasn't in the
Mhm.
truck. He had walked in." She could have just lied, right? But she didn't.
Right.
She never said that, right? She never. Another thing is too, you got to understand though something too. When she
Mm.
when she got rearranged the second time, this is now I just listened to you go in, right? About how she's
Yeah.
like, she's a liar. But here's the thing. When she got rearranged and upcharged, right, for the murder, right?
Yeah. For the murder.
He
Yeah.
tried to talk to them and they wouldn't let, and that's all on tape. And I have it. It's in my video section when and it blew my mind because I always said, why didn't she ever mention Higgins, right? I always said that. Like, why wouldn't she just say,
I
hey
thought
man,
that too. Why not?
yeah. Well,
Right.
she did. Well, we
Right.
don't know if she was gonna. Now when she first initially got arraigned, the first 48 hours, okay, she didn't mention nothing. Okay, whatever, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But when she got upcharged, she started, things started, coming to light. She that it was June, right? When she got upcharged. She
Yeah. I
was
think so.
trying.
Yes. It was the second time.
She was telling Buchanan, like, listen, I'll talk to you. And he's like, no, 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 we don't want to talk to you. Your lawyer told us not to. And she was telling the booking officer who told her, he said straight up to her, he said, if you want to talk to us with a lawyer, I will. And she said, okay, I will. I'll get my lawyer and we'll talk. And then Buchanan cut him off because he did not want that to be on paper. And that's coming from a guy, right, that knows that if she would have put that on paper and put that statement out there of everything she would have wrote, this is what happened, this is what I believe what happened, then it would have been documented in June of 2023 that
When.
shortly after like as you would say, the conspiracy, it is a conspiracy, right? Because it's more than one
Right.
person, but she would have documented it, and he didn't want that on paper because if that happens, then now you know, it's like she's been
Well,
saying
you,
this. He didn't
right.
want her to say that. He wanted to be like, no. You could talk to her in the court of law, because he didn't want that out there. He didn't want that. He wanted to make it look like it started evolving later on. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
As you know, as they started lying more. Because if she would have said it right then and there, it would have been on paper that she said that from the jump, from the rip, from the start. And she didn't get a chance. He shut her down, and that is on film. And let me tell you, she
in the police
uses that.
station. I watched that.
But if
Yeah.
she uses that in civil court, right? She uses
Mm-hmm.
that in civil court. Like, listen, you guys will say that, oh, this evolved, and I hooked up with Turtle Boy, and I try to say this is before Turtle Boy. This is
Right.
before a Turtle Boy. So she did. So I did try to talk to them, and they wouldn't let me talk, and that's on film. That's a fact.
Right.
That's number one. So there you go with that. That's number one. That's before a TB
Mhm.
gets in the picture. That's number one. That's Karen got that, and that has no that right there
Because
is just is straight down the middle. But here's the second thing.
once
She
you're
never
represented, they don't have to talk. That's why they don't want to hear the
exactly.
story.
But if she
Yeah.
exact no but
But if she had said, oh, they
well, hold
talked
on.
about it, you mean?
When two detectives about a Boston
Yeah.
police officer is not gonna fucking let you talk.
I know.
If
No,
you
I
bring
agree
your
with that.
lawyer
Yeah.
in and bring your lawyer in,
Right.
she's gonna bring Yannetti in
Right.
to talk and make a deal.
Right.
They didn't
Yeah.
want her to talk because they knew what she was gonna say.
Yeah.
And they already knew what she was gonna say because they already knew what the
Yeah, I
fuck
know when he was
happened.
at the computer, he was saying, that's okay, your lawyer, they'll talk about it when they go into court
Because
tomorrow or whatever it is. Yeah.
he already knew what she was gonna fucking say. Because he already
Yeah.
knew this shit was bullshit. He already knew it was a fight. He already fucking knew they were covering up.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. That's my opinion, obviously. But now here's the hot take with the Nagel situation. Well, I always said with the data. This is how I know she's not a lie, because initially she calls Jen McCabe up, right? And she
Yeah.
says,
Yeah.
I don't know where he is. And she says, hey, let me hang up with you and let me call and see if he left with Chris. And that's when Julie Albert's all involved in this. Just to let you know, your girl Julie is all involved in this. And when they finally come down and bust these people, because let me tell you, if they do, Julie Nagel, I mean, not Nagel, excuse me, I'm saying the wrong name. Julie McAlbert is totally involved in this shit, deeper than anybody could possibly think.
Talking about donut, Julie?
Oh yeah, 6 donuts. Fuckery Donuts is officially. What type of donuts do
Yeah.
you like? Right? She's so deep in this because you got to understand. Her daughter's Allie, right? I mean, her
Right.
daughter. I mean, her
Right.
son is Colin.
Right.
Jen's daughter's Allie. There's that connection.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two.
Right. They're cousins.
She
Yeah.
calls and she says, now, Karen makes the call to Jen and says, listen, I don't know where he is. And she says, well, the last time I remember, he's at the waterfall. And she says, let me hang up
Yeah.
with you and see if he walked home with Chris. Well, we know that's a lie right there. Because now you got to admit, that's a fucking lie. Why would she hang up and see if he walked home with Chris when she seen them out in front of the house and she texts them, come inside, and then where are you? And she testified that she looked out the window and seen the truck there. Why would
Yeah, she said
think?
she saw the car.
So why
Right.
would she tell fucking Jen? Why would she tell Karen that let me hang up and
Unless
see if he walked
she-
home with Chris?
Well, I don't know, because she did know John was with her, too, because they were texting and giving directions.
Okay, but why? Why wouldn't she say right then and there? You came to
Yeah.
the house. Because
Right.
you know
I
why?
know, that's what I'm saying.
Because she had to hang up with her, and she did call
Right.
Julie. Now Julie lied. Jen lied and said the phone call never got picked up. But no. That phone call got picked up because Julie, in my opinion, was going to be the one. Because you got to keep in mind, you got to think like a criminal. 11 to 7 is that night shift over there. They have a window
Right.
of opportunity for
For
the
the
frame
cops,
up.
yep.
So they know that Julie, someone has to find John at a certain time before certain cops are going to pop in on shift. So they could control the
Mhm.
narrative at that point. That's why your boy Higgins went back to the police station to see who was working and who he can manipulate and move around. So she called Julie and tell Julie to stand down. Julie was in the Walgreens parking lot, windshield wipers on, fucking chilling, ready to make the move.
I know, I hear you
Right?
say that, yeah.
It's a fact. It's a fact because here's
Yeah.
the deal. I'm telling you, this is what I believe. So
Yeah.
now this, like I said, this is what I believe. This is speculation. This is all entertainment. This is all me. I seen this on a Hallmark movie. So the point is, now she calls back Karen. The biggest mistake Karen made that night, right, when she calls back John's niece, that Karen took the fucking phone. That's the biggest
Right.
mistake. If she would have never picked that up, this would have never happened. She took it, and then Jen goes, I just talked to Chris and Julie. John's not with them. Oh my God. Where the fuck is he? By the way, my husband just woke up and he told me you were at the fucking house. You were there, Karen. Oh man, what if he got hit by a fucking plow? What if he fucking, oh man. All right, just come to me. She spun this fucking chick. She spun her. Let's spin her. Let's spin her right out. Listen, people do this all the time. They fucking manipulate the weak. It happens. Now, my thing is this. Karen could have lied and said that she seen Nagel, but she never did, because I think she legit was in a fucking blackout and she didn't even see Nagel. Because think about it. If you're sitting in back of the car, you're sitting in the
I wasn't
car
paying
and that
attention to that.
F-150,
Yeah.
you would have paid attention to an F-150 pulling up in back of you with big ass
Oh
fucking
yeah,
lights on
yeah,
you.
the truck. Yeah.
You would have seen it. If you were blacked out drunk, you wouldn't have remembered. So that's why I truly believe
Right.
that she probably didn't remember.
She didn't remember that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because
So
people think blackout drunk is like you're passed out, but you're not. You just don't remember things.
now I think that she might be guilty. Disclaimer: I think that she might be guilty of lying, saying that he walked in the house. You know what I mean? That she just said that
Yeah.
to kind of like, oh, I know I seen him.
3 different doors.
Yeah, I seen him walk in. I seen him walk in. Maybe she really
He
didn't.
went
I don't
over the
know. Like I said,
breezeway, then he went through the front door, then he went
you
through the
got to do.
garage door.
You got to do what you got. You got to do what you got to do.
I guess,
right?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
if you got to put him in the house, someone got to put him in. But here's the thing: why didn't Nagel and them see him walk out that truck and go to the house? That's always been a thing. Why didn't they see him? So
I know.
So now I always
When they said
say,
they saw the dome light on, but they didn't see anybody in the passenger side. Is that what you're talking about? That part?
Right. And now
Yeah.
people say the trucks were high and that he walked between the two trucks and nobody's seen him because J.F.K she has a bigger SUV. Now my thing is, what if the date is not the data?
Unless he slipped out and fell to the ground then.
No, but what I'm saying, what if the date is not the data and they actually went there first? That was the second time she was in front of that house. The first time he comes around the corner and Higgins is outside. And Higgins says something to her, and they say something, and then she gets mad and she guns the fucking car. And he,
Oh, they were definitely arguing.
well, I'm saying
that's
he
for sure.
bangs he bangs the car with his hand, throws the glass at her. She thinks she
Yeah.
fucking hit him. When she wakes up, she's blacked out. She peels off, and the reason why she thought he went in the house because when she comes back around the block, she doesn't see him outside. So where else did he go?
Right. Right.
So that's if the date is not the data. Like I said, that's a hot take.
Right.
I don't know. The only person that knows, though, there's only one person that knows. So that's just a
That's
hot
it.
take, and like
No,
I
I
said,
know. There
but
could be a bunch of scenarios, if you really dive
I'll tell
deep
you
into
one
it and try
scenario.
to
I'll
say,
tell you one
well, it could be
scenario.
this, could be that.
I'll tell you one scenario. I definitely don't believe that John got hit by that car and got laid out in front of that house and 7 people left and no one seen him and then no one came out the house and all these different things. That I just don't believe. I can't believe that. I mean, if you go there and you see, I mean, I've been there. We did the
Yeah.
experiment with the people with
Right.
him on the ground. It just don't make sense. It just don't add up. And then the way they lie and they keep lying and lying. It's just like,
I
6
know.
donuts. So here's the thing. So 6 donuts. Julie comes with the 6 donuts that morning. Now, keep in mind, she said she missed a call at 4:55 of Jen McCabe, her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Her best friend called her at 4:55 during a blizzard, even though the blizzard didn't stop, but still, it was gonna be a blizzard, right? 4:55, she misses a call, about to be a blizzard, right? They both got
Right.
kids, right? Number one. Number two, you go there and you drop off 6 donuts and coffee inside a car. You open the door and you drop it off there. But when you do that, you miss the call at 4:55 from your best friend, and then you notice that your best friend's truck is in the driveway on a Saturday, at her sister's house at 8:30 a.m. on a Saturday.
Right.
There, after you missed the call at 4:55, and your first instinct ain't to go to the door and knock on the door and say, "Yo, I missed the call," or your first instinct ain't to call her back, right? Or to text her back, "Hey,
Right.
I missed your call," like at 4:55 on a Saturday.
Mhm.
Now you don't do that, and so you drop what she call it? It's a ritual. She drops the 6
Yeah, for the
donuts.
birthday, she puts the
Yeah.
donuts
Now
and she
keep
put
in
them
mind
inside his
though,
car.
there's a missed call though in the truck. She testified the truck is in the driveway. She said she's seen her fucking best friend's truck after missing,
Right, Jen said, yeah.
and she starts walking away. And then all of a sudden,
Chris.
Big Bad
I
Brian
mean,
A.
Brian. Yeah.
Big Bad Brian A. opens up the door, Michelle, and says, "Hey,
I know,
Julie,
and says,
what are
yeah,
you doing?
because
Hey,
they're
what are you
all
doing?
inside. Yeah.
What are you, Julie? Where you going? Hey, come in here. I want to talk to you for a minute. Oh, you want to talk to me? I'm just doing the fucking ritual. I got the chocolate frosted. I got a cruller in there. I got a Boston cream. I got a fucking old
Right.
fashioned, a jelly. I even got a couple of munchkins." And he's like, "No, no, no, you got to come inside." So now she walks in and she looks, and there's Higgins, there's Nicole, there's Big
Right.
Bad Brian A. Everybody's there. Jen McCabe, Maddie McCabe. What's going on? They found
know.
John. They
Yeah.
found John. She testified. Keep in mind, she testified to this. They found John last night on the lawn. And you know what she said? She said, "John who?"
Right. I don't know.
Exactly. There you go, Michelle. There you go. But hey,
Well, food for thought.
happy Easter. I appreciate you calling
Yes.
in. And you're great,
Sorry,
girl.
took up your,
No,
your
no, it's all
time.
good. Call back anytime.
And everybody, be easy on the chat.
Yeah, absolutely, girl. Take it easy.
All right, you too. Happy Easter.
Peace and love.
Bye.
Great phone call. Great phone call. Great phone call. Why weren't the cops worried about the people inside? Why didn't Jen check on her family? I mean, it goes on and it goes on. It goes on, ladies and gentlemen. You know how we do it. Becky G says, "What does she think?" Jason Grant, my man's here. What up? What do you think about the water bottles? Yeah. I didn't want to say that to her because that's something that I found out, and that's a fact. That's a fact. That's factual from that person. Definitely weird. Jason Grant says he lost a lot of blood, but the blood outside where his body was didn't match the amount of blood John had lost. The blood was in the house, and that's why they tore up the basement rug and the floor. Exactly. I mean, every time there's something about the case, there's something that is like mad weird. You know what I'm saying? On their side, it wasn't just like, "No, go ahead, search the house," and "Nah, here's the dog," and "No, we got rid of the foot." Like it was always another switch up. I mean, we really don't know what happened. You know, we just know that he wasn't out there. We know that. We know that. Because look, she's saying his body, like there's even excuses. And listen, I like Michelle. Michelle's good people. But she's saying the body was in a different place. Now, keep in mind, all right, he might have been vertical or whatever. What would it be? What's that? That's landscape. So horizontal. How is that? Which way is he laying? So he's laying the wrong way. The point is there's a body there. The camera is pointed straight, right? I know it looks like it's not. I did a little different. I'll show you the picture real quick. I'll show you the picture so I'm not biased. I kind of when I did the video, I kind of moved it in a little bit, the camera, but I'll show you the picture of what you see if you're looking out the cab of this truck. So this is what you would see. Hold on. This is what you would see if you was in front of the mailbox. If you started the car up, at the mail, keep in mind Higgins was at the mailbox. If he would have started the car up, that's what he would have seen. And Tristan, if he came up the other side of the street, he would have seen him, right? Well, he you might miss him on that side, but then you pull into the driveway, and then you come out, and then he's right there, you know, and then you drive back by. So that's if you're at the mailbox. If you're at the mailbox, that's what you see. That's what you see. I mean, what are we saying? Jesus. And even through the fuckery, ladies and gentlemen, even through the fuckery, we still did a great piece of work. We went out there and we got that. We got that. We got that piece of footage. Even through the fuckery. There was a lot of fuckery on our channel. A lot of crazy things happen, but the facts is this. We went out there and we got that. Seven people did that, made that turn and seen that. What do you guys got to say about that? What's going on? I want to see all green in the chat, man. What's happening here?
Static selector.
Yeah, we all reppin' for Boston, man. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history, homie. We all reppin' for Boston, man. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history.
Come on, people. What up, man? This is Bedtime Magic. About to take you up to 39,000. Let's go. 1 J.F.K. membership. How we feeling out there? Let's slow it down. It is Easter. This was the plan. It was always the plan. Come on. Michelle with the 5 J.F.K. memberships. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you so much. You guys are great. It's a great song right here.
White skin in linen, perfume on my wrist, and the full moon that hangs over these dreams in the mist.
Come on.
These dreams go on when I close my eyes. Every second of the night, I live another life. These dreams that sleep when it's cold outside. Every moment I'm awake, the further I'm away.
Tomorrow's Easter, big day tomorrow. The entire family probably has 360 or 971.
Without a cut through a stained glass wall. Weaker in my eyesight, a candle in my grip. And
Candle in my grip.
have no form, falling from my lips.
Yes. Come on.
These dreams go on when I close my eyes. Every second of the night, I live another life. These dreams that sleep when it's cold outside. Every moment I'm awake, the further I'm away. There's something out there I can't resist. I need to hide away from the pain.
Thank you so much, Leslie and Neil.
I can't resist. The sweetest song is silence that I've ever heard. Funny how your feet in dreams never touch the earth. In a wood full of princes, freedom is a kiss.
Do I have 4 non-blondes? Is that a group? I don't have any of that music, but I can find it.
These dreams go on when I close my eyes. Every second of the night, I live another life. These dreams
everybody. Thank you so much. A little bit of love, people. Bit of love. 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 It's all about love on this channel.
Talk me down. Tell me everything's alright. Call me back.
Come
Say
on.
that it's all in my mind.
Yeah.
Guess I'm running round in circles, trying so hard to convince myself that you're asleep alone in your bed. So save me from my misery, I'll drown in this uncertainty. Just tell me that it's all in my head. I was ready to fall in love with somebody in love, somebody like you. I was holding on for far too long, 'cause nothing's all that I ever knew. I'm still in love with you, without you. Take it back, all the words you said laying in my arms. If you didn't mean them, 'cause my heart don't work like that. 'Cause I'm running out of reasons, trying so hard to believe in all the promises you made in the dark. 'Cause when
Bedtime
you
magic.
had me in your orbit, you said only I could solve it. Then you left as soon as I fell apart.
Come
I
on.
was ready to fall in love with somebody in love, somebody like you.
Called you on the phone. Is that right?
Actually, they walked up to my car.
At that point, they had not identified themselves, correct?
They didn't know.
Correct?
They didn't know.
All right. And at that point, you told them that you were not Jennifer McKay. They asked you who you were, and you said, "I'm Nicole."
I thought they were like selling something, so I was like, "Oh no, I'm not the homeowner."
Oh no, I'm not the homeowner.
Fair enough.
A little when the ice cream truck was at the street next door, and I'm saying, "Did the ice cream truck come?" It's
They had not identified themselves, correct?
they didn't know.
Correct?
They didn't know.
I was holding on for far too long, 'cause nothing's all that I ever knew. I'm still in love with you, without you. And you told me to be patient, and I was patient.
O'Keefe, right? For sure? Tell the people R.I.P. John O'Keefe one time. R.I.P. John O'Keefe. That's what we like to see right there, right? For sure? Tell the people R.I.P. John O'Keefe one time. R.I.P. John O'Keefe. That's what we like to see right there. Boston finest. That's how we do it. R.I.P. John O'Keefe, right? Boston finest. That's how we do it.
I was patient for you, and you told me to keep waiting, and I waited for you, only for you. I was ready to fall in love with somebody in love, somebody like you. I was holding on for far too long, 'cause nothing's all that I ever knew. I was ready to fall in love with somebody in love, somebody like you. I was holding on for far too long, 'cause nothing's all that I ever knew. I'm still in love with you, without you. I'm still in love with you, without you.
Just remember,
the doors to my heart will always be open to you.
What a show tonight. What a show. What a show. Was always the plan. Sure.
Look for the light if you're lost in the night. I'll write your name on my door. If you ever need warmth or comfort, darling, I'll be here to hold you near. All I demand is you be my security. Love is a house, you got the key. Take me where I wanna be. Just look and you'll see. Love is a house and you got the key. Look in my eyes, there'll be no surprise. You'll find the window to love, and I'll do anything in my power to welcome you and please you too. But deep in my heart, I know you're the one for me. Love is a house, you got the key.
Keeping it real. What up? Keeping it real account. Someone using my YouTube name in these chats. Okay. Thank you so much, girl. I'm gonna keep an eye out. Hope you enjoyed your Cardi B concert.
When the night meets the morning, I hear you calling my name, TC. And baby, you know if I answer, things will never be the same. Never be the same. Deep in my heart, I know that you're the number one for me. You got the key. Ooh, baby, take me where I wanna be. Open up and let me into your heart. Ooh, just look and you'll see.
Thank you so much. I really like that song. This is Bedtime Magic. What up, people? Wow, what a show tonight. What a show, what a show, what a show. Thank you so much, Becky. Always holding me down for sure. Let's go. This is the jam right here.
I've tried so many times to erase your memory from my mind, yet it doesn't ever last for long. nothing left to say or do. You fill my head with promises and all your pretty lies. Would it be so wrong to want you by my side? Every time I see your eyes, touch me, hold me. Every time I hear your voice, touch me, hold me. I'm captured by my senses, lost in your reverie. Our love must be stronger than before. Every time I see your eyes, touch me, oh hold me, baby. Every time I hear your voice, touch me, hold me. Every time I see your eyes, touch me, I wanna hold you, baby. Every time I hold me, touch me, kiss me all over. Touch me, hold me, kiss me all over. I see your eyes, touch me, kiss me, baby.
What up, people? How we doing? Shit sound crazy. How we doing? Come on. Woo!
Spending all my nights, all my money going out on the town. Doing anything just to get you off of my mind. But when the morning comes, I'm right back where I started again. And trying to forget you is just a waste of time. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. All day long, wearing a mask of false bravado, trying to keep up a smile that hides a tear. But as the sun goes down, I get that empty feeling again. How I wish to God
Baby comes back.
Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. Listen, baby, you can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. I was wrong, and I just can't live.
I know. Where are the blankets? I don't see blankets, Terry.
Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets to wrap around him out of my car.
I know. Where are the blankets? I don't see blankets, Terry.
Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets to wrap around him out of my car.
I know. Where are the blankets? I don't see blankets, Terry.
Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets to wrap around him out of my...
Same kids?
Same kids.
Let's go. World premiere, J.F.K, Paul Wall terminology. Static on the beat.
Static selector.
Never forget where you came from.
Wade Barber.
Bottom where we came up. Grinding with the day ones. Staying true to the roots and never changed us. And you know the music saved us. We was just hustling cause you blame us. Outside
Wow, baby.
Static selector. Static selector. Static selector.
Never forget where you came from. From the bottom where we came up. Grinding with the day ones. Staying true to the roots and never changed us. And you know the music saved us. We was just hustling cause you blame us. Outside
Wow,
waiting on
baby.
the day to come. We still them same kids, they can never change
When the
us.
hurdle's steep, first things first, breathe deep. Time to regroup, but never retreat. Beware your frenemies that's awaiting your defeat. Wearing costumes, but not the kind for tricks and the treats. The bullshit ain't sweet, and I ain't even tasted. Based on empirical data, I am the greatest. The broke ones that fell off are so pugnacious, but when they want something from me, they get so loquacious. Always the Padawan and never the Jedi. Wager on myself, bet high. Now I'm the bread guy, low on the creep, left eye. Keeping my head high with J.F.K, leaving J.F.K on a red eye. Too much red dye, aware but unbothered. They got a problem with me getting my guala. Paul Wally in an Impala with static stacking dollars, giving haters solace. I was kicking knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Never forget where you came from. From the bottom where we came up. Grinding with the day ones. Staying true to the roots and never changed us. And you know the music saved us. We was just hustling cause you blame us. Outside waiting on the day to come. We still the same kids, they can never change us.
Crazy world, my mind flipping. No time and space, you know times are different. See the age in my face, show my eyes twitching. It's rage on the page, every line's hitting. Do it for the love, then push the pen for the hate. He didn't die from the drugs, so happy he's upstate. Come home clean, yeah. Then we can celebrate. Them streets are raunchy, we got decisions to make. Come on, driving through my city, 7 a.m. reflecting. Thinking about life, all the studio sessions. Without advice, probably lead right to depression. Sleepless nights, it's like we fight aggression. You know the deal, it's a slow compromise. No safe space, yo. When crossing sides, was known in the city, got hit, shot and died. When they out to kill, that's the bottom line.
Never forget where you came from. From the bottom where we came up. Grinding with the day ones. Staying true to the roots.
Yeah,
and never
Static.
changed us.
Exclusive. Exclusive.
You know the music saved us. We was just hustling cause you blame us.
Listen up, seeing kids that'll stick you up. It was rough, shit we did was bugged, had our fists in cuffs. That money obsession be coming with a lesson. No blessings leave you sitting in depression, no question. I'm from a legendary lineage of spitters. My first hit, Primo produced, put me on, period. Something serious, I came in the game like a hurricane. No more serving snow out of cellophane. Hit up J.F.K, me and J.F.K. Louis luggage full of money cause I pray on pray. That's the way, all my demons I'ma cast away. Whole crib full of accolades like Cassius Clay. Packing up rappers the same way I package Jay since back in the day when I was smoking a pack a day. Never forget where I came from or rep where I ain't from. King of the 978, son. Ology.
Never forget where you came from. From the bottom, but we came.
We in there, man. New music, JFK, Terminology, Paul Wall, Wade Barber. That's dropping really soon. It's on Bandcamp now if you want to copy it.
Yeah, that's a banger. Had a good time too, hanging out with JFK, making the album live. Shout out to all the fans that tapped in.
Terra Van Poo in there.
Let's go, people. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight. This morning, happy Easter. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Go cop that album on Bandcamp. Go buy something. Hit me on the Venmo. Cash out JFK Show Off. Justice for the kids. Let's go. Peace.
Down to Gonky Park, listening to the wind of change. August summer night, soldiers passing by, listening to the wind of change. Closing in. Did you ever think that we could be so close, like brothers? The future's in the air, can feel it everywhere. I'm blowing with the wind of change. Phase of time, like a storm wind, then we ring the freedom bell.